talk and make sure everything's working good and proper. Type something in the chat. Let's hear it. Just type anything. Need to make sure you guys can hear us good.
I wonder if they can.
Does that mean they can't hear us?
No, it could mean that they can't type.
Chat disabled. Chat disabled. Yo, okay, we got to enable chat.
Okay, try that.
Did you enable it? All right, try now, guys. Try now. Is the chat working? Want to make sure this is all good before we get started here.
There you go.
We go. There we go, guys. I love it. I love it. All right, I'm gonna pull the chat up on my phone so I can answer you guys at the same
Sorry about that, guys. How's everybody doing? Where you all joining from? Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, where you guys at? I know we got people all over. So Serbia, UK, Ireland, Michigan, Florida, Chicago, Romania. Holy South Africa. The chat is buzzing. I love it. Pakistan, Hungary, India, Texas, Philippines. It's 1 a.m. The dedication.
Oh my
The dedication
gosh.
hopping on at 1 a.m. Italy, Tennessee.
I'd love to see it.
Love it. I love it. All right. Let me pull the chat up on my phone here.
Colombia. Some buddies who are in Colombia right now. They're
I'm
loving
sleep
it.
deprived, but drinking the strongest coffee. I love it. All right, let's see. We'll give it a minute here for people to join up. Canada. Awesome, awesome. We're from Canada as well. All right, let's see. Let's see. Letitia, how you doing? Pakistan. All right, guys. All right. Hope you guys are excited here. I'm super excited to break all this down for you guys. You don't even know the time we put in to get everything structured, breaking down all the stuff, the ins and outs of everything here. So by the end of this, you guys have everything you need.
Sleepless nights, guys. No joke.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. All right, all right. We'll give it, it's 1 p.m. now, so we'll give it a couple more minutes because we should have more people hopping in here.
Jax, you wanna turn on your screen share?
Yep,
Just
yep.
Get it all good to go.
Let's get it going.
Type 1 in the chat if you guys are hyped. Type 1 in the chat,
Yeah.
and 2 in the chat if you're not hyped.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. There we go.
I love it. I love to see it.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. I'm going to share my
Go.
screen here. All right. Let me know. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen here? Just confirm with me. All right. Awesome, awesome. Sweet. Cool, cool. Okay, we got 89 people in here right now. Let's break the 100 mark real quick before we get rolling. All right, all right. You guys can all see my screen here. Perfect. All right, I got the chat pulled up on my side here. Can read what you guys are saying. All right, guys, I hope you're excited. You guys excited for this? This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. We got a lot of stuff here to show you guys. So strap in, get some notes ready. We're going to be covering everything you guys need for the AI agency. So I'm very excited to get this going for you. All right. Let's see. We'll give it another minute or so here. All right, got some more people hopping in here. Very excited. I'd love to see you guys are excited for this. Awesome, awesome. The dedication from some of you guys hopping in, middle of the night. I love it. Let's go, guys. We're going to be breaking down everything. Breaking down everything. Got a lot of stuff ready for you guys here. I see we still got some more people trickling in here, so maybe we give it another, what do you say, Nick? Like till 105 maybe?
Yeah, let's give it 3 minutes, and in the meantime, if you guys want to start typing some questions in the chat, maybe you just recently joined off one of the last minute posts. If you're not 100% sure what it's about, we could just answer those beginner questions. So if you want to drop in the chat while we're waiting for the first 3 minutes, that way we're just not sitting in silence, and maybe Even if you're not asking a question, you'll find something you didn't know before. That would be great.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And as we're going through this, guys, feel free to ask questions. I'll try to answer them as I'm going through this, but we do have a ton of stuff to get through. So at the end, we'll have a portion where we're just going to answer all your guys' questions. But during it, I might not answer all the questions because we do have a ton of stuff that we got to get through here. We're going to show you guys how to get clients on this, the niches that you should go after, how to be able to get these guys to pay you 10K plus up front, how to fulfill for them on autopilot, building a good AI service for them, good AI infrastructure. We're going to be covering all of that. So take notes, have a Google Doc open, pen and paper, whatever it is. We're going to have a lot going through here. So it's going to be super good. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited because this is going to be awesome. All right. Any AI note-taking agents you recommend? AI note takers, you can use Fathom or anything like that. Those are always good. Fireflies, stuff
Fathom
like
is free.
that.
So.
Yeah, Fathom's free, so you can't go wrong. That's what we use as well.
There was a question here.
What are strategies
Please, can you
for-
tell us? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
Please, can you tell us how long should be this live? How long should this live be? I would say like an hour and a half. We'll try.
Yeah,
and
we
keep
got
it
a
around
lot.
there.
We got a lot of stuff to go through, so we'll be covering this presentation will probably be 60 minutes, maybe a bit longer, and then after we'll do kind of like a question portion where we're just going to answer as many questions as you guys have, get you guys as much information as possible. Do we need to know programming to use it? Ali, we're going to cover all of that, but short answer, no, you don't. We're going to cover all the processes to make this as easy as possible for you guys. Even if you have no experience, even if you do have experience, this is going to apply to all of you guys. So I hope you're excited for that.
There's a couple of questions here. I saw one from Sky and also one from, I'm not sure. I don't even know what that letter is, so I'm sorry. I can't even abbreviate what it is.
Let's get started with it now. We can answer some of these questions at the end, guys. Keep them ready. Keep them ready for it. We are recording this, so you guys are gonna have a recording afterwards, but we didn't allow any of your guys note takers in here just so you don't go, distributing it right after. We're gonna post it later. But I think we're ready to get into this. Are you guys ready? Let me see. Are you guys ready to go? You guys gotta
type one in the chat. Type one in the chat
awesome.
if you're ready. Type 2 in the chat if you're not. Okay.
Let's see it, guys. Let's see it.
Okay, it's going crazy. It's going.
Yeah, it's
oh,
buzzing.
9, 0.
Holy, the chat is almost going too fast. My phone's not even able to keep up with it. All right, let's go, guys. I think we're about ready here.
Let's get this party started,
guys.
baby.
Let's go. All right, let's run it. So, what are we going to be showing you guys here? We are going to be showing you guys the processes that made us 33K in the first 3 weeks of our AI agency and what allowed us to scale to 80K a month now. But the best part is how you can ethically copy all of this in less than a week. Because you guys want to be pulling in this type of money as well, right? We want to help you guys get there. And so throughout this presentation, we're going to be covering all this stuff to get you to that point. So does that sound good? Does that sound good, guys? Let me know. I'm excited. Let's go. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So one thing you guys need to promise me, though, right off the bat, we're going to be giving you guys a lot of value here, a lot of information. You guys are going to have a lot of knowledge accumulated by the end of this. I need you guys to promise me that you're just not going to go around using these skills and knowledge for evil, all right? We can't be having that. You can't be giving this to our competitors. We can't be having you guys, causing chaos in the markets. We need you guys to use this to scale your businesses, all right? I need you guys to promise that. No evil. You see me? No evil. All right. So, quick disclaimer, guys. This is my lawyer on the right here. You guys can see he wanted me to give this quick disclaimer right off the bat. As you guys can see, he's a very credible lawyer that you can see on the right there. Quick earnings disclaimer. Are you guys going to hop off this webinar and immediately make 33K in the next 3 weeks? Most likely not. But hey, I'm not saying you can't, but don't set the expectation that you're going to immediately hop off here, boom, money's printing, right? Joining a webinar, we're going to give you all the knowledge, but my lawyer needed me to tell you guys that you're not just going to hop off and immediately make 33K in the next 3 weeks. Some of you may, if you put all this into practice right away, but keep that in mind. Because at first, 33K in the first few weeks wasn't the goal. We just wanted to make enough money to be able to do little things here and there, cover the basic expenses, cover all that sort of stuff. And then once we hit that point, we're like, this is pretty cool, but I wonder what making 50K a month will feel like. That I feel like that's the point where we can really start, doing what we want, enjoying things. And so how do we get there? It's $1,666.67 per day. Might sound like a lot, but compared to 50K a month, that just sounds easier to attain, right? That's not too bad. It's not too bad. You can close a couple small clients like that. So, what is the goal for this, guys? The goal for all of this, firstly, I know some of you guys have an agency, right? How many of you guys have an agency? Type yes in the chat if you guys have an agency. Let's see it. I want to see how many of you guys are currently running an AI agency. Let's see it. Whether you started, you might not have any clients yet, or maybe you do. How many of you guys are running an agency? Okay, a lot of you guys are already running one. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's good to see. But look, some of you guys might not have an agency. How many of you guys don't have an agency? How many of you guys haven't started yet and you're just really kind of in the early stages? You haven't started yet. Let's see. All right. No agency early. Okay, cool. So we got a good little kind of split between it, right? Some people are already running it, some are not. Looks like it's, just from that, pretty even split. But if you stay until the end, guys, regardless of if you have an agency, if you don't, we're going to be giving you something. Call it a bribe, call it whatever you want, to keep you guys around. We want you guys to get all this information here, all this knowledge. So if you guys stay till the end, we're going to be giving you our entire snapshot from our Go High level. Nobody has access to this outside of our high ticket clients. Nobody. It's not the one in our free school. It's not the one in our Gold Academy. This is reserved for high ticket clients. All of you guys are going to get access to this at the end. We're going to make sure you do. And inside of here has all of our automations, our funnels, our pipelines, our calendars, all of the triggers to trigger the AI, all the webhooks, everything inside of there. You're really not going to have to do much other than tweak a little thing here and there. That's it. You'll have all of this by the end. So stay until the end. But first, guys, why should you even listen to us? Some of you guys may know who we are already. Some of you guys may not. But why should you even listen to us, right? And so if you guys see here, this is the first month of us running our AI agency. When I told you we made 33K in the first month, in the first 3 weeks, you can see it here. January 1st to January 21st, 31,000. And we had one other payment outside of that. So you guys, I don't have proof of that. You guys are going to have to take my word. That extra 1,000, 1,300, it is there. But on Stripe here, you can see within the first couple days, right? We didn't know what we were doing, but we just started selling. And you can see like day 2 or 3 here, we closed our first client, then another client a day after. And then we started closing more and more and increasing the prices as we went, because we had no clue what to charge. We didn't know what we were doing. We just kept increasing the prices to see what we could do. And then right here, I remember this very vividly. This was the first 8K PIF that Nick closed over like a 25-minute phone call. And then we realized, okay, so Voice AI is where it is. This is where we got to be. This is what we got to be selling. People are willing to pay for this. And so as you can see here, guys, this is Serge Guattari's webinar. How many of you guys are familiar with Serge? Comment. I'm curious. How many of you guys are familiar with Serge Guattari? He's pretty big in the agency and kind of the growth consulting space. You guys familiar with him? I'm curious to see this here. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are, just from being in the space. More of a Hormozy guy. That's fair. That's fair. No, okay. So, okay, maybe a lot of you aren't. But yeah, Serge is pretty big in the space. And right after we did a little over 33K in the first 3 weeks, he had us go on to his webinar and explain how we were able to do that, let people know what we did to get there, because a lot of people, wanted to get to that point. He wanted us to break us down how he did it. And so we also started teaching people how to do this, right? As you can see, our free community, we have a little over 10,000 people there. How many of you guys are in the free community? How many of you guys are in Insight AI Academy? I recognize a lot of you guys from there, a lot of the names. So how many of you guys are in there? Yeah. Awesome. That's good to see. It's good to see. Sky, I know you're in gold. I see you there. Awesome. Cool. So pretty much everybody's in the free community, which is awesome to see. And so I hope you guys got some good value out of it. And why else should you guys listen to us? Because we've done a little over $500,000 now selling Voice AI to businesses, selling AI infrastructures to businesses as a whole. I know, guys, this is only 486,000 here. You guys are going to have to take my word that we have another strike with about 20K. We've collected PayPals. I don't have the proof, but guys, just trust me, bro. Come on. Let's keep it going. All right, so hopefully this shows a little bit of credibility, but if a lot of you guys are in the school community, I hope you guys already know we take this seriously. That's what we're doing, so that's awesome. And look, guys, we were in the same position as probably a lot of you guys are. We were running a lead gen agency before. How many of you guys, experimented with the lead gen space? Were you guys ever running, the traditional kind of SMMA, lead gen, appointment booking, paid ads for businesses? Any of you guys do that? I'm assuming there's got to be some of you guys in here, yeah? That kind of experimented with that? Yeah, for sure. Okay, so quite a bit of you guys, actually. That's more than I was expecting. But yeah, the lead gen space is where a lot of people start, right? The traditional kind of SMMA route. And so in here, you don't make as much. I'll tell you guys that for a fact. You don't make as much. And so as you can see, this was May 2023, did like $1,000. And then October did like 5,000. This was one of my higher months in the lead gen space. And Nick was running his own lead gen space, doing about the same numbers as me. And we were, wondering, hey, we're working like 12 hours a day. Why can't we make more money? And then we were putting in, tons of time with the lead gen space. We're making like $1,500 per client a month, working 12 hours a day. I'm like calling these clients, trying to book them in, appointments, all this sort of stuff all day, every day. And clients are churning every couple months, all this sort of stuff. But then we came across the voice AI. Went from selling a commodity, which, as you guys probably see, everybody and their grandma nowadays is selling lead gen, right? I swear I saw my running ads for a lead gen offer, and I was like, holy crap, everybody's doing this now. And so that's when I was like, okay, if my grandma's doing this, I got to switch. And so we started selling a specialized AI offer, still working the same hours every day. We started at 10, 12, 15 hours a day, same as the lead gen space, but we were leveraging a trend. We were providing a specialized offer to businesses. So we had no more headache clients, no more cheap monthly retainers, no more clients churning after 2 to 3 months. How many of you guys want this? How many of you guys want to be in this position where you have clients that are great to work with, they're not paying you cheap monthly retainers, and they're not leaving you? Tell me that's not awesome, right? How many of you guys want to be like that? Get to that point where your agency is bringing that through. Because every single one of you guys can. I just want to see that you guys want it. Awesome, awesome. I love to see it. Doosan. I love it, man. I love it. Awesome. Would love to. See, guys, that's where you want to go, and that's what we're going to be showing you how to get to here. So, another thing. This is what the payments look like when we were running our lead gen. This is what it looks like, right? And I would be so happy after I worked all month and finally got that client to pay me. But there was also the chance that they would just not pay because they're like, man, you only got me, 15 appointments. You made me money, but I'm gone. That happens in the lead gen space. That happened to both Nick and I. Some of you guys have had that too, and it's just not worth it. But then once we started selling the voice AI, this is what the payments turned into on the right here, right? 9,000 up front, 9,400, 12,000 from 300, right? What's that? That's a massive increase, right? What is that, a 30x increase in payment size? Come on. That's what I like to see, right? Are these the type of payments you guys want to be collecting? Or do you guys want to collect the payments on the left? Left or right? Let me hear it. Left or right? What do you guys prefer? Because to me, the right looks a little bit better, The left's not bad, but to me, I'm taking the right any day of the week. Yeah. Seems like we're all on board there. Okay, cool. Just wanted to see if anybody was going to choose the left. Just curious to see. 33x, yeah. Thank you for the perfect math, Sky. I love it. All right, let's keep it going. So, how do we do this? How do we go from selling a traditional lead gen offer, going from making $1,000 a month, to being able to scale the AI agency model? There's something that we call the AI agency success pyramid, and it kind of encompasses everything that's included in the process. It's a nice overview of everything. And so, firstly, is the niche selection, right? Choosing a market to focus on, a specific niche and industry that you're going to pursue and focus most of your time on, creating a beautiful offer for, right? Because every niche, which we'll get into a bit more after here, every niche has different things that appeals to them, right? And so you want to make sure you're doing the right thing for that niche. And then it's the client acquisition side, right? Using ads, outreach, whatever it may be, to acquire these clients. And then it's qualifying these clients, because you don't want to be bringing through unqualified businesses, right? You want the qualified ones. And so that's where the qualification comes in. And then it's closing the deal, fulfilling the client, and then repeating that process while ultimately improving how efficient it is, right? So this all makes sense to you guys here? Quick overview. Let me know in the chat. All good? Awesome. Nice diagram. I appreciate it. We worked hard on this. This diagram took a lot of time here, guys. All right. Awesome. Let's keep it going here. When we started sharing this method, right, the AI agency pyramid, it's nothing too complex, right? But actually putting into practice is something that a lot of people overlook. But then when people started implementing this, we started sharing this method, people started making money. We were making money with it, and then we started sharing it to people, and they started making money. What a surprise, right? Crazy how that works. But they followed it. Dan closed the 4K deal very quickly, and I know he's crushing it. Serene closed the 15K deal with zero experience. Jay Park closed the 10K deal, and I know he's still crushing it as well. And then people continue to crush it using the same methods, the same systems. It's interesting, right? When everybody does the same thing, everybody starts to crush it. Funny how that works. As you can see, Ali, 9K deal, Prithvi, 6K deal, Todd closed the deal in his third sales call, Darius, 2 10K deals. People loving all this information. But why? Why are they loving it? We have to find out. So we created Insight AI Academy. As you guys know, a lot of you guys are in this. How many of you guys got good information, good value from Insight AI Academy? I'm very curious to hear this. I hope you guys did. How many of you guys got a lot of value from this? We tried to put as much into this as we possibly could to give you guys really everything you need to get started. And as you can see, there's a lot of modules in here. We're always updating it. I'm glad to see so many of you guys got good value out of it because we tried. We tried to put as much as we could. And so we created Insight AI Academy. We now have over 10,000 people, which does seem a little crazy now because we started this back in May of last year, and we now have over 10,000 people who are learning how to start and scale their AI agencies. Amazing to see, amazing to see. So many people interested in the AI agency model, all putting in the work, all hustling. I love it. And if you don't have access to us, go ahead and join. It gives you a lot of free information, and it can really help you set up a lot of the stuff that you need in place. All right, so guys, first things first. We have done a lot of things right to get where we're at, right? But to do a lot of things right, we've also done a lot of things wrong. Because for you to find out what's right, you have to find out what's wrong. And so we did a lot of things wrong to get where we're at. And we want to help you not do the same things wrong and speed up the process to get where we're at. So the hard way, we got to where we're at the hard way. For the past 15 months, we have spent a lot of money learning how to do all this efficiently. We spent over $100,000 on programs, mentorships, learning marketing, sales, fulfillment, systems, scaling, analytics, data tracking, how to increase all of these, improve all of these systems. We've also spent over $150,000 on ads, learning how to effectively run these ad campaigns, what creatives work in which industries, what copy, headlines, all these aspects, what works best. So we've spent over $250,000 in the last 15 months to just learn as much as we could. And we ideally don't want you guys to have to spend that much, right? Would you guys, how many of you guys want to learn these same systems without having to spend 250K, right? That probably seems a bit better because we did it the hard way. We want you guys to do it the not so hard way. So I'm going to show you how you can do what we did in 1 year and 100K later in less than 30 days. How does that sound, guys? Does that sound awesome? Not 100. You don't need to spend 100K. You don't need to wait a year in less than 30 days. How does that sound? You guys excited for that? I'm excited to show you. Can we do 300K? And I bonus it here. You guys, the easy way here to get going in less than 30 days. So you guys don't need to spend 100K and you can do it much, much more efficiently. So, all right, guys, let's keep it going. I like seeing the chat going here. Awesome. Oh, and I see some emojis popping up here. I honestly didn't even know you could do that on Zoom webinar here. That's cool. I see the hearts and the hands and stuff. All right, let's keep it going. So we had to do it the hard way. You guys get to cheat and get the easy way, right? I know you guys are happy. I know you guys like that. I wish we had the easy way. I wish we did, but unfortunately, somebody's got to do it the hard way. And guys, we bit the bullet for you. We bit the bullet for you. We learned it the hard way so that we can pass it on the easy way for you. So no need to thank us, guys. We'll pass it on here on this webinar here. So let's keep it going. There are 3 main secrets that we're going to be covering on here. 3 main secrets. I'm curious if any of you guys know what we're going to be covering. I wonder, but this is what we're going to be talking about here today. These 3 secrets. 1, how you can turn any niche into a high ticket client for your agency, even without any testimonials. Without any testimonials, how you can turn any niche into high ticket clients for your agency. Guys, do you guys want to see that? Do you guys want to see that? How does that sound? How does that sound? You guys excited to see that? Any niche. I see a lot of people talking about, oh, I need the perfect niche. I need this niche. I know there's the best niche. Any niche, guys. That's what we're going to be talking about. Secret number 2. The best niche is the one you haven't started. Sky, I love it. I love it. Secret 2, how you can have these clients in any niche pay you 10K plus upfront for your AI infrastructure. 10K plus in any niche, how you can do it. How does that sound, guys? Do you guys want to be collecting 10K payments up front? 15K payments, 12K payments? Do you guys want to be collecting those? In any niche.
1 in the chat for yes and 2 in the chat for no.
Let's see it, guys. Awesome. I love it. Holy, that's going fast. Holy. All right, let's keep it going. All right, and secret number 3, how to build the perfect AI infrastructure for your clients without any tech skills or coding. without any tech skills or coding. I always see people, I don't have any tech skills. I don't know how to code. How do I do this? How do I do this? I'm not a tech person. Guess what, guys? I'm not a tech person either. Neither is Nick. Neither of us are. But somehow we scaled to where we are. Interesting how that works, right? How many of you guys are excited to see how you can do this without tech skills? Good fulfillment, good AI builds, solid AI infrastructure for your clients without any tech skills, any niche, how you can get them to charge 10K, and how you can build the perfect AI infrastructure without any tech skills. Let's get it going. Holy crap, these ones are going fast in the chat here. That's wild. All right. Well, it looks like, holy. All right. Let's keep it going here. Secret number one, how you can turn any niche into high ticket clients for your agency, even without any testimonials. Without any testimonials, all right? Nice bots in the chat. You'd be surprised. Those aren't actually bots. These are all real people, man. They're going just a bit crazy in the chat with the ones. So, how many of you guys have no testimonials right now? I want to see. How many of you guys have no testimonials? Okay, cool, cool. So I see. Okay, cool. So, looks like a lot of people are in the early stages, no testimonials. You might already be running your AI agency, but don't have any clients yet. Okay, okay, cool. So no testimonials yet. That's fine, guys. That's fine. Because let me tell you something. At one point, every single person who you see, ourselves included, who you might look at and say, hey, they're making good money online with the AI agency. At one point, none of them had testimonials, but they still close clients, right? So if they can do it, if we can do it, you can do it. And we're going to show you how. So let's keep it going. First thing here. How many of you guys are familiar with Tony Robbins? You guys know Tony Robbins? He's pretty big in the space, in really any sort of business space at this point, motivational, all this sort of stuff. How many of you guys know Tony Robbins? That's where you met your husband. Okay, awesome, awesome. So Tony Robbins is not only, giving wisdom, he's Cupid over here. So if you want to achieve success, all you need to do is find a way to model those who have already succeeded. A lot of people overlook this. It should be a given, but a lot of people overlook it. Don't reinvent the wheel. You guys had to have heard that before, right? Don't reinvent the wheel. So this is what you want to be doing. You want to find what works. You want to take inspiration, not copy it, not look at it and be like, hey, I'm going to copy this word for word. I'm going to take all of this, their images, everything. Copy's going to be the exact same. You want to take inspiration from it and put your own twist on it. That's how you do well. Find what works, take inspiration, and put your own twist on it, all right? All right, guys, excited to see how we can do that. Are you excited to see how we can do that? I'm going to show you guys exactly how. In any niche, all right? Innovate the wheel. Exactly, Sky. Don't reinvent the wheel. Innovate it. Exactly, exactly. You don't want to reinvent the wheel because what do? There's no other shapes that a wheel really works, right? It's circle. You're going to try to make a square wheel? No, come on. It's not going to work. So let's keep it going here. Awesome, awesome. I mean, lol, you could, but wouldn't recommend it. Exactly. See, who I wouldn't be wanting to drive a car with a square wheel or a triangle wheel. You keep the wheel. You just innovate it a little bit, all right? All right. So the myths, the biggest myths that I see in and around choosing a niche, the myths that are keeping you stuck. How many of you guys have been struggling with picking a niche, right? Picking what niche to go after because you want to pick the best one. Are you guys struggling with that? How many of you guys have been struggling with a niche?
One for yes, two for no. One for yes, two for no.
Yeah, or you can just type yes or no too as well, whatever you prefer. But I can, I'll be able to understand both. Or if you want to do Morse code, even I can do anything in the chat. Let's see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see we're about to pass 150 people in here now. That's great. The more the merrier, guys. I want to help all you guys pick a good niche. There's more than enough niches for everybody. Cool, cool. Okay, now people are typing in like code here. Okay, cool. So the myths that are keeping you stuck, guys, with choosing your niche. Firstly, I need the perfect niche to succeed. How many of you guys have thought that? I need the perfect niche. I thought that at one point. I need the perfect niche, man. I want the best niche. I don't want the worst niche or the second best niche. I want the best niche out there. I feel like a lot of people think that, right? It's normal, but it's also something that's keeping you stuck. Number two, it's hard to pick the right niche. Guys, how do I go about it? How do I even pick the right niche? What is the good one? What's the bad one? I don't know. Some niches just don't work. A lot of people, myself included, think that some niches just don't work. It's very common, right? Why wouldn't you? It's normal, but it's also what's keeping you stuck. So we're going to cover all those. First things first, guys. You're going to see me say this a lot throughout this section, all right? And so this is something I want you to keep in mind. Put it in your brain, keep it locked in there, write it down, take a screenshot, whatever it is. any niche can work if you have the right systems for attracting and closing high ticket clients. I'm going to say that one more time. One more time. Any niche can work if you have the right systems for attracting and closing high ticket clients. Take that down, write it, take a screenshot, whatever it is. Guys, I promise I'm not an AI bot. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All right. Excuse me. The truth about niches that nobody tells you, all right? Because you guys are looking for the niche that has the best clients, right? What's the best niche I can go after? A lot of people think solar, insurance, home services, all these things, right? But one thing that you need to keep in mind is every single niche has high ticket clients. Every single niche has businesses that are making over 50K a month, over 100K a month, over $1 million a month. Every single niche does. Every single niche also has businesses that are making $500 a month, under $1,000 a month. Every single niche does. It's not about the niche, it's the strategy. The niche isn't what makes you money. It's not. The systems do. You need to have the right things in place to get the good quality businesses onto the phone with you and sending those bad quality ones out of there because we don't want them to book calls with us, right? So, guys, are you starting to get it? Are you starting to get it? Any niche you can pick. That's one thing I want you to take away from this regardless. Any niche could work. Because I know too many people that say, oh man, I've been trying to pick my niche for the last month, for the last 2 months, 3 months. I spoke to somebody who said they were picking their niche for the last year. The last year. I hope none of you guys are spending a year picking your niche. I really do. All right. So the proof that any niche can be high ticket, right? Here's a couple examples of things you can give to niches, all right? Proof that any niche can be high ticket. A cleaning business, AI lead follow-ups. Every business nowadays makes phone calls, every single one. If they don't, they're going to have to, or they're just going to go out of business. So cleaning business, you can charge 5K plus, 10K plus for an AI lead follow-up. Roofing companies, you can build an AI agent that books their appointments. We've done that. A lot of our clients have worked in these types of businesses as well. Roofing companies, you can charge 7K, 10K, 15K, even if it's a big roofing company. Gyms, AI reactivation for 4K plus retainers. You know how much a business would pay if they had an AI that could call all thousands of their members in a couple minutes to get them to come back in, buy more stuff, promotions, all this sort of stuff? Dentists, AI ads plus chatbot combo, voice AI, 8K plus, 10K plus, it's all very doable. Guys, if a local cleaning business can be high ticket, any niche can work. We have seen people go after nonprofit companies, picture frame companies, art galleries, retirement homes, funeral services. There's so many different niches that you might think are terrible, but they have money and they can pay if you have value for them. So guys, I'm going to say it again. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Niche doesn't matter. Systems do. Guys, niche doesn't matter. Systems do. And I've already said it before. You're going to hear me say it again because this is the most important thing. Niche is just a container. It's not the business. It's just the audience you sell to. Simple as that. Process equals the real moneymaker. Your sales system plus fulfillment equals high ticket clients. Your systems you have in place because, like I said, every business, every niche has qualified businesses in it and unqualified businesses in it. I don't want the unqualified businesses. Do you? Do you guys want the unqualified or the qualified? I'm assuming you guys want the qualified, right? Do you guys want the qualified businesses coming to you? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. I want them to qualify themselves. Exactly, Sky. Exactly. And that's why the systems matter. Exactly right. Because if you don't have the systems, how are they going to qualify themselves, right? It's not possible. If you don't have the systems in place, you're not going to know. All right, let's keep it going. Instead of worrying about your niche, focus on, what do you think it's going to be, guys? What do you think I'm going to say to focus on? What do you guys think? I feel like you guys know by now. Instead of worrying about your niche, what do you focus on? Come on. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Getting leads on demand, selling a valuable outcome, delivering a repeatable result. Once you have the system. The systems, guys, the systems. I see a lot of you guys saying systems. That means you're picking up on it. I love it. Once you have the systems, any niche can be high ticket. It's as simple as that. Because there are businesses that will pay in every niche. You just need to find them. All right, guys. So let me move my big head out of here. The 10K a month shortcut. Simple. Just pick and execute. What's the mistake most people make? I already told you. They waste months choosing instead of just executing. And this is for niches, but it's for all aspects of the business. Why spend so long learning, researching, trying to choose instead of just executing? Execution will always work. The person who executes with no preparation will always be the person who doesn't execute but does all the preparation. Always. So, guys, what are you going to do? What are you going to do today? Right after this webinar, you're going to pick a niche. Pick a niche. Don't overthink it. It can take you 5-10 minutes. You can go on ChatGPT and be like, ChatGPT, give me a good niche. Give me a good niche to go after for my AI agency. You can take 50 niches, put it on a spinning wheel, spin it, and take the niche that it lands on. As long as you have the systems in place, focus on lead flow and sales, not perfecting the offer. The offer will get perfected over time, guys. When we started, you guys saw our stripe there, right? We started day 2, we closed the client. Did we have a good offer in place? No. We refined our offer as we got to see what people wanted, what they wanted us to do for them, what were they willing to pay for. Then we started to create what we now call a perfect offer. Follow a proven system, guys. I've said it before, follow a proven system, which is what I'm going to show you. Success doesn't come from the perfect niche. It comes from a system that works in any niche. Guys, write this down, take a screenshot, take a mental picture, jot this down into your memory. Success doesn't come from the perfect niche. It comes from a system that works in any niche. And that's what we do now. That's how we're able to see clients do well in every niche. It's because we have the system now. It just works. You can implement it. We know we can implement it in any niche and they can see success because it's the systems that you replicate in any niche. So how do we optimize our system? Good question. That is what we're getting into, guys. That's what we're getting into. How to close these deals, how to fulfill for them, all that sort of stuff. I did want to cover the niche, though, because it's very important, and everything is built on top of this. We'll all make it to 10K as long as we follow these guys. I trust. Christian, you're a wise man. You're a wise man. I love it. Why this works, all right? Why this works. What's next? What's next after this, right? Because pick a niche is great, right? But you can't do much with just a niche on paper. It doesn't make you a ton of money. You got to close them. You got to fulfill, and you got to scale. Now that you know any niche can work, right? Do you guys know any niche can work now? I need to see it. Do you guys know any niche can work now? Tell me in the chat. Do you guys know any niche can work now? Are you guys feeling confident? Are you guys feeling better about going after any niche? For real, I want to know. If you guys are still a little hesitant about niches, let me know. Are you guys feeling good about it? Do you still think, hey man, I don't think every niche can work. I'm against you. I'm against you. I think you're lying. I don't think any niche can work. Let me know. Yeah, relieved. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I want to do the medical field. That's a great one. Roofing is good. Great. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Yes, accepted that for now. Leon, okay. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Now that you know any niche can work, what's the exact system to get these high-ticket clients paying you on demand? Because you got the niche, now you need to close them, right? Now you need them to pay you. How do you fulfill for these clients without any tech skills? Which brings us to secret number 2. How many of you guys are ready for secret number 2, guys? This is going to be awesome. How many of you guys are ready for secret number 2? How many of you guys are ready for secret number 2? Let's see it. Holy, the chat's going quick. All right. Looks like you guys are ready for secret number 2. Okay. Awesome. I'm ready to show you. Let's get to it. Secret number 2. How you can have these clients pay you 10K plus upfront for your AI infrastructure. But do you guys want to be paid 10K upfront? Upfront, not after, not down the line, not 1K a month for 10 months, 10K upfront for your AI infrastructure. All right. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Right now, upfront. Exactly, Paul. Upfront, man. I don't want to get paid in 6 months. I don't want to get paid at the end of the month. I want to get paid upfront, 10K. The money belief that's keeping you broke, all right? Keeping you broke or keeping you stuck, struggling to scale and close these clients. You can't be thinking, nobody will pay 10K for this. Why would people pay 10K? AI tools are cheap. They can go sign up for the website and pay $100 a month or $50 a month. Why would somebody pay me that much? Why? I don't get it. I'm not big enough. I'm not big enough to charge high ticket. I don't have any clients. I'm just starting. Why would they pay me? I'm not doing it. I'm not big enough in the space. I don't know what I'm doing. Why would they pay me? How many of you guys have thought one of these before? Seriously, let me know, because I felt these at the beginning, 100% when I started. I know Nick did as well. I know we all did. Let me know, guys. How many of you felt these at the beginning? Like, you're wondering, you're almost getting imposter syndrome because you're like, why would people pay me 10K? Why? Just doesn't make sense. I feel like a lot of people feel these, right? And so it's really just getting that first payment that will break all your beliefs. You'll start to realize, maybe I can charge 10K. Maybe I am deserving of making 10K for this, right? Exactly. I feel like everybody's felt these at one point or another. So we need to shatter these. We need to get rid of these beliefs because they're not helping you scale. Especially the last one. Yeah, I'm not big enough to charge high ticket clients, right? It makes sense. You know, when we started, we're like, man, why would people pay us this much? We don't even know what we're doing. So Let me destroy that real quick. People don't pay for AI. All right, guys? Write this down as well. This is probably the most important point in Secret 2 here. People don't pay for AI, they pay for the outcomes. People don't pay for AI, they pay for the outcomes that the AI gets them, right? If I go to somebody and I'm like, hey guys, I have this AI bot, it can call for you, it can do this. They're gonna be like, okay, cool. I'm like, it's 10 grand. They're like, man, 10 grand, get away from me. I'm not paying 10 grand for a bot. But if I go up to them, I'm like, hey man, I have this AI technology here. If you plug it into your business, you will never need to dial a phone again. I know you've been spending 6 hours a day dialing, managing your team. If you use this AI, you will never need to dial again, and you can start getting your time back while still getting those appointments coming through on autopilot. That is appealing. Now, 10K doesn't seem so far-fetched, right? Exactly. Solve their problem, and they will pay for the outcome. And if you can deliver a valuable outcome, 10K is a steal for a business. So, why people pay 10K, even when the tech is cheap, right? Because you can go on these AI softwares, right? Like you can sign up for a monthly subscription. Some of them are like 30 bucks a month, 40 bucks a month, 100 bucks a month. Why wouldn't they just do that instead of paying you 10K, right? Why? Why wouldn't they? Because it's not about the tech. It's about what the tech does. It's about what the tech does for them, guys. It's the outcome, not the AI itself, not the tech itself. It's what it can do for them. Exactly, Alex. It's about the value. If the value exceeds the price, they're going to pay for it. Because think about it, guys. We see it all the time. We may not realize it, but we see it all the time. Because a website costs 10 bucks a month, right, to host. I think our old website was like $3 a month for hosting. But agencies still sell websites for 5K, 10K. Even when I was way back, I didn't know how to sell websites. Before I even started Insight, I would sell websites for 2K. And you can pay 10 bucks a month for a website. CRMs cost 90 bucks a month, 100 bucks a month, 200 bucks a month. But companies pay 10K, 25K to have theirs set up. Why? Because it's valuable. An AI agent alone is around 20 to 250 bucks a month, right, for these softwares. But if it books in 100K in deals, it's worth 10K all day. All day. Right, guys? Do you see that value? Do you see why businesses would pay 10K for something if it can automate their processes and book them in that kind of quality? Right, guys? Right? Come on. Come on. Awesome, awesome. Yes, exactly, guys. Exactly. All right. Guys, so a diagram to break this down for you guys a bit more. Perception equals value. Value equals outcome. Perception shapes the value. How the prospect perceives what you're offering them is what will create the value for them, right? Perception shapes value. Value determines the outcome. If they see the value, they will pay for it. If they don't, they won't. Simple as that. And then the outcome reinforces the perception. If they pay for it, that's the outcome, right? The value that they perceived led them to buy it, which then shapes their perception on future services in that regard. Because if they can see the value in it, they're going to pay. You're not selling bots, you're selling business growth on autopilot. Do you guys see where I'm going with this section here? There's a little bit of a trend, right? You're not selling the AI, you're not selling bots, you're selling what it can do for them. You're selling the outcome, you're selling the result, you're selling the transformation. You guys see where I'm going with this? You're probably seeing a common theme now, right? First section was any niche works. This section is you're selling the outcome, not the bot. Because, most businesses aren't going to pay 10K for a bot at face value, but when they see what it can do for them, how it can transform their life and their business, then they're willing to pay. The 10K offer equation. Here's the formula for charging 10K plus upfront. The high ticket price is determined by a high pain problem plus high value outcome plus speed of delivery plus trust. These are the main components of what determine your high ticket price. You guys might want to write this down, take a picture of this. Let me know, does this equation make sense to you guys? I'm going to break it down on the next slide, but I want to know. You guys kind of getting where I'm going with this? Let's see it. You guys excited to see me break down this equation for you guys? This is going to help you a lot with how to structure your offer, how to price it, all this sort of stuff. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool, guys. All right, let's go to the next slide then. So let's break down that equation, right? Because at face value, some of it might be a little confusing. So high pain problem. What's a big problem that a lead is feeling, right? Or what's a big problem that these businesses are feeling? Maybe they're lacking leads. Maybe they are low on sales. Maybe their operations are just a mess. Maybe their customer service sucks because they can't handle calls that are coming through overnight, or they just have too much volume for their receptionist to handle. All this sort of stuff can be a problem for a business, right? That can be solved. Now, what's the high value outcome? The high value outcome needs to directly correlate with what the high pain problem is, right? So for sales, Maybe they're lacking sales, they need more clients, right? More revenue, less staff, whatever it may be for those certain situations, right? And so high value outcome maybe for customer service would be 24/7 customer service with the AI. That's super appealing. We've closed a lot of businesses that wanted 24/7 customer service. That enough was ready to sell them. As soon as they see that, boom, that's value. Now, speed of delivery, very important, right? This is in all situations. The quicker they get results, the better, right? Because in a perfect world, if you get a result instantly, that's the most value it can be, right? Right now is better than 5 minutes from now. Tomorrow is better than a week from now, right? No matter what, the perfect offer is immediate, right? It's rare to find something that's instant like that, but the closer to instant, the better. The AI doesn't take 6 months. It doesn't take 6 months to work. It's fast.
So you're just
That's
starting
leverage
out,
for
or
you.
whether you've tried
You
or
can set it
haven't
up
been able
in
to
a
do it,
simple build can take an hour or
yeah,
two,
book a call there
and then you
and
launch it and
apply
it's good to go
be a
within
partner
that
and work
day.
with me
Complex
one-on-one.
build might take a bit
So yeah,
longer,
take care,
maybe up to a
everybody,
week.
and I hope
But
you
again,
have
a
an
week for
amazing
that
rest
kind
of
of
your day. I'm
outcome
gonna pop up a
is
video right
nothing for a
here.
business.
You can watch. That's
And now
kinda
the
similar.
biggest one,
So yeah,
trust.
take care. Bye bye.
But you don't need testimonials to gain that trust. You don't. Because I know a lot of you said testimonials. How many of you have been struggling or nervous on these sales calls because you're like, I don't have testimonials. This business isn't going to trust me. They're not going to think I can do what I want. They're not going to think I can get them the result I'm promising. How many of you have been in that situation? I've been there. I've been there on sales calls wondering, hey, I don't have testimonials yet. How are these guys actually going to take me serious? How can I close these guys? Let me know if you guys have felt that. I'm curious. Let me know. Type it in the chat. Have you ever felt it, or do you get on calls even without testimonials? You're like, no, I'm closing this guy. It doesn't even matter. I don't need testimonials. I feel like that's rare. I don't feel like many people feel that. All right, guys, let me see. Let me see. So do you guys, I can't even get the person I tried to sell. I pitched a receptionist. Okay, interesting, interesting. I closed many deals without testimonials. Awesome. I love to see that. That's rare, man. That's rare. That's good to see, though. Awesome, awesome. Sweet, guys. So, do you guys want to see how you can close these deals without testimonials? Do you guys want to see how you can approach that to close these deals 10K plus up front without any testimonials, case studies, nothing? Nothing. Let's see it, guys. Do you guys want to see this? This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. All right, guys, let's see it. I want to see the chat go. I want to see the chat go crazy before I go to the next slide here. You guys ready to see this? I'm going to break it all down here for you. How you can get these clients without testimonials. How we went about it. We had to try a little bit more things because we didn't have somebody showing us how to do it, but you guys will be able to go right into it with these processes here. Okay, the chat's buzzing now. Okay, let's go to the next slide. I can't even keep up with the chat. Okay. When you combine those four parts of the equation, charging 10K becomes logical, not emotional. Logical. And that's one thing that's great about big business owners. They usually think very logically. Of course, emotion still plays a part in the decision making, but logic is really the driver. They wouldn't be where they're at in their business if they thought emotionally and not logically. So you can use that to close them. What you're actually selling. You are not selling. Guys, what are we not selling? What are we not selling? I think you guys already know. What are we not selling, guys? What are we not selling? Exactly. We're not selling bots. We're not selling tech. We're not selling AI. We're not selling a chat bot. We're not selling a voice agent. We're not selling a cool automation. What are we selling? What are we actually selling, guys? What are we selling them? We're selling outcomes. We're selling infrastructure. Awesome. Yes, we're selling solutions. We're selling business transformations. We are selling a system that books appointments while the business sleeps, an AI-driven workflow that replaces 2 full-time hires, an automation that closes more sales without extra ads. That is appealing to businesses. That's what they're willing to pay. You're not going to see a business that pays 10K for a bot. You're just not. But you will see a business pay 10K for an agent that books appointments while they sleep. 100%. When you stop selling features and start selling outcomes, the price stops becoming a problem. It just stops, especially if you can break down the numbers for the business. Especially if you can break that down. Hey, look, you guys are spending, 12K a month right now on your four appointment setters. The AI, if you pay me 10K one time, you can move those appointment setters to something else. The AI can replace that entire process for you. You never need to spend time training, managing, rehiring when they leave. You don't need to manage that at all. You get all your time back, and your appointments will still keep flowing on autopilot for you inside the business. It's 10K one time instead of 12K a month you're paying right now. That's appealing to a business. That's how you get them to pay you. So, why is 10K actually cheap? Why is 10K actually cheap for a business? We're going to break down a hypothetical situation here. Let's do some math. Again, don't take these numbers to heart. This is just a made up little situation to show you what the value can be for a business. Kind of what I just broke down there. Let's say if your AI infrastructure saves 40 hours a week, right? Let's say you have a person or maybe 2 people, 3 people that you're paying 40 hours a week of staff time, right? Let's say $4,000 a month for that receptionist or that appointment setter. Full time, that's pretty standard, right? That's about 48K a year, pretty standard for that type of role. And let's say they're doing 100K a month already, right, in the business. The AI increases that by 10%. That's an extra 10K plus in monthly revenue. And 10% increase is very, very doable with the AI because of the fact that it doesn't sleep, it doesn't get emotional, it doesn't get tired. It performs the same every time. And let's say it eliminates the need to hire another full-time VA when they scale, right? Because more volume usually means you need more hands, but with the AI, you don't. Let's say that saves 3K a month, right? These are also made up numbers. I'm just kind of ballparking with this, but over 12 months, that's 150K plus in value. Do you think a business would be down to pay you 10K? You think they'd want to pay 10K to save 150K plus in value over the year? Do you think they would do that? Do you think a business would pay you? Let's see. Even if you don't have testimonials, guys, but you can do this for a business, do you think they'll pay you 10K? Let's see. I'm curious. Do you think they will? Honestly, let's see. Do you think they will or do you think they won't? I'm very curious to see what you guys think here.
1 for yes, 2 for no.
Yeah, or you can just type yes or no. Either or. Either or. Let's see it. Let's see it. Spamming the ones. Spamming the ones. Maybe Susie Q. Are you a little hesitant on it? A little hesitant? That's fine. We'll get you feeling very confident by the end of this section here, Susie. Don't even worry. All right, let's keep it going. The high ticket positioning shift. All right, guys, stop thinking like a freelancer. You need to stop. But again, everybody does at one point. I did as well. But you got to stop thinking like a freelancer. Start thinking like a consultant who installs revenue infrastructures. Again, guys, it's positioning, it's framing the outcome for the business, all this sort of stuff. When you put this together, you're like a whole new person now selling this AI. Your AI offer is not a bot setup. Guys, we've said this before. We'll say it again. It's not a bot setup. It's an AI infrastructure that makes them more money, right? Again, that's a pretty vague outcome, but you get the idea because I've said it 5 times already. I'll probably say it 6. You're not offering a basic little service. You're delivering a system that produces cash. There it is again. I might say it 7 times. We'll see. I want to get this drilled into your head because this is very, very important, guys. If you can only take one thing from each section, section 1, secret 1 within niches is pick any niche. Any niche works if the systems are there. This section, what I want you to remember is you're not selling a bot. You're selling the outcome that bot produces for the business. You got that, guys? Feeling good? We feeling good so far? Everything making sense? Everything good to go, guys? You feeling awesome? Excited to keep going? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to make sure everything's making sense for you guys so far. Make sure I'm not going too fast, not going too slow. You're getting all the information. You're digesting it all. But I know this is a lot. We have a lot to go through still. But all right, you guys want to see more? I see Leon, more. You guys want to see more information about this? Awesome. Let's keep it going then. High ticket positioning shift, guys. How do you want to frame yourself? A growth consultant. That's what we usually use. We usually use, even when we just started, we had nothing. We referred to us as growth consultants for businesses. I like that. I think it sounds good. Revenue partner, system installer. Those are other things you can use it for. Not a tech guy. Not a tech guy or AI freelancer. Imagine you go to a business and you're like, hey, yeah, I'm an AI freelancer. I build bots into businesses. You think you're selling that guy for 10K? Or if you go to him like, hey, I'm a growth consultant. I build revenue generating AI infrastructures into businesses. Which sounds better, right? Which sounds better? To me, the second one. I'm not hiring an AI freelancer who builds bots. That's for damn sure. I know most businesses aren't. But what if I don't have testimonials, right? Because that's the big question. It's a lot, testimonials are good, but what if you don't have any? Because at the beginning, nobody has any, right? That's one thing every person who's starting out has in common is you don't have testimonials. So what do you do if you don't have those, right? What do you do? Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see what you do if you don't have testimonials? Do you guys want to see how you can close these deals 10K, 15K, 5K, 9K, 12K if you don't have testimonials? If you don't. No clients, no results, no experience actually working with a business. This is how you close them. Why would someone pay me 10K if I've never done this before? You might be asking yourself. I've asked myself that. I know Nick's asked himself that. Everybody asks themselves that. Why would somebody pay me 10K if I've never done this before? Have you asked yourself that before? Have you guys asked yourself, hey, you almost get imposter syndrome because you're like, man, why would somebody in their right mind pay me $10,000 if I've never done this before? 10K is a lot of money. Why would they give that to me? I'm just, I'm just an AI freelancer. No, you're not. You're a growth consultant. I'm just a growth consultant. Why would they pay me 10K? I don't have any testimonials. One, because process over proof. If you can walk them through a structured system, they'll trust you. They will trust you, all right? Confidence sells. This was my biggest thing. When we first started taking sales calls and we had no experience, I knew that people buy certainty more than your credentials. I knew that even if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to say it with the most confidence I possibly can so that businesses know, even if I may not know how to do it right now, I will get the job done for them. Did I know what I was doing? I had not a single clue what I was doing, but I spoke with such confidence and conviction that it worked. And so confidence goes a long way. Results logic over resume. If this system does X and you want X, then this is the solution. Testimonials don't matter if a business says, hey, I want to automate my appointments. You say, hey, if my system automates appointments, you want to automate your appointments, this is the solution for you. Very simple, right? Very straightforward. When you know your system works, you don't need a trophy case to get paid. Because imagine you're speaking to a business, right? And you can just rattle off exactly what's going to be happen after you close them, step by step by step. They're going to be like, damn, this guy knows what he's doing, right? I'll give you a quick example. When we talk to a business, if I lay out what our whole onboarding process is going to look like for them, if they say, hey man, I don't know, I don't really know if you guys know what you're doing. Like, can you guys do what you say you're going to do? I would just be like, yeah, yes, we can do exactly what we're saying. As soon as we get things rolling here, this is what the process is going to look like. We're going to get the investment and the agreement taken care of. You're going to receive a quick email with a link. It's a quick onboarding form. We need to get all the information we can get. It's pretty extensive, everything we need to build the AI. That's going to get sent directly to our solutions engineer. Then you're going to book a call with our solutions engineer. He's going to hop on call, make sure all the information's clear, and he's going to get everything from you he needs to start the build. We're going to build, we're going to integrate, and we're going to test the crap out of it. Make sure it's doing exactly what you need. Update you as we're going through the process. Then when you approve it, we approve it. We're going to hop on a final call and roll this thing out together. If I say that to a business, are they going to look at me and be like, damn, this guy doesn't know what he's doing? They're going to be like, damn, even if this guy doesn't have any clients, he sure knows what the next steps are here to get me the results he's promising. That is how confidence goes on the call. That plays a huge part in getting the business to trust you. So, how do you create a 10K offer? Do you guys want to see how to create a 10K offer? Do you guys want to see how to create a 10K offer? Yes, yes, yes. I hope you do. I hope you do, because we're getting far in this now. A 10K offer. Oh my gosh, I see the emojis popping up here. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome. So how do you create a 10K offer? Step one, you pick a real problem. Lead gen, sales, ops, follow-up. Whatever the business is feeling, whatever the niche you're going after's main problem is. Step two, build a clear outcome the business wants. What is something this business is willing to pay to have solved? Step three, wrap the AI tools inside a structured delivery system, kind of like that onboarding process I just mentioned there. Step four, price it based on value, not effort. I don't care if it takes you 30 minutes to set up. If it can save the business 150K, you better be charging 10 to 15K for it. I don't care if it takes you 5 minutes to set up. If you can save a business $200,000 a year, you better be charging them at least 10 to 20K to set up. Step five, present it with confidence and conviction. Guys, confidence plays a huge role. Even with how I'm talking to you guys right now. Imagine I was on here and I was all stuttery and, nervous and guys, do you want me to show you how to close a 10K deal? You guys wouldn't trust me. You guys wouldn't trust me at all. You'd be like, who is this guy? This is the guy who's going to show me how to close deals? You'd be like, get this guy off my camera. Get this guy off my computer right now. No, confidence plays a role in everything, every time you're communicating, especially when you're trying to close deals. I bet everybody would have left if I was talking like that on this call, right? But no, because I know what we're doing. I know how to set up all these systems. You guys are trusting me, right? And that's the way it goes when you're speaking to a client. Even if you've never done it before, I need to drill that into your head, even when you've never done it before, because everybody thinks, hey, how can I close these deals? But you need to realize everybody who's closing deals at one point closed their first deal with no testimonials. Every single person. Secret number 3, guys. Who's ready for secret number 3? Who's ready? This is the final secret we're going to be covering here, and this is the final one to bring everything together. You guys know the niche. You guys know any niche works. You guys know how to bring in these high-ticket deals, but now you close the deal, they pay you, they're your client. It's time to fulfill. Build a perfect AI system for them. Do you guys want to see how to build an AI infrastructure for your clients without any tech skills, any coding, none of that? Do you guys want to see that? Because I'm going to show you. This is exciting, guys. This is exciting. This is the third secret here, 3 out of 3. We're going to cover this in depth, break it all down. All right. We got a lot of yeses here. That's what I'm here for. Awesome. Secret number 3, guys. How to build the perfect AI infrastructure for your clients without any tech skills or coding. Without any tech skills, guys. I'm not a tech guy. Nick's not a tech guy. Yet we were able to do 33K in the first 3 weeks. Why? Because the fulfillment process can be automated. You don't need tech skills. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. The final objection in your head, right? Okay, I get it. I can pick any niche. I can charge 10K. I hope you guys are at that point. Are you guys at this point now? You guys know you can pick any niche, right? You guys know you can pick any niche. You can charge 10K. You guys confident in that, right? You guys are confident in that? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That's good to hear. But how do I actually build the damn thing? I'm not a tech person. How do I do it? Good news, guys. Good news. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You don't need to be a tech person. You don't need to be. In the words of Zach De La Roche, come with it now. Exactly, Chris. Exactly. Good news. You don't need to be a tech person, guys. You don't need to be. There are 3 main ways to fulfill high-ticket AI deals, right? Some are better, or one is better than the others. And we will show you guys that, right? There's 2 that work great. One that will probably drain you. And then the other one works amazing. So let's get into it. Option 1, do it yourself. This one, as you guys know, if you're not tech people, this one can get a little dicey, right? This one can get a little dicey if you're doing it yourself, right? Trying to figure that out. Probably not the best. I remember like the second or third client me and Nick closed, they wanted a fairly complex build. We had no tech people. We had nothing. We looked at that build and we were like, damn, there's no way we can do this. There's just no chance. So do it yourself is okay, but you need to learn the tools. You need to build the bots. You need to wire it all together, which can be quite a lot. The pros, you keep all the money, right? You're not paying anybody. You keep it all. You learn the tech, which isn't, is easier said than done. And you're in full control, which is always great, right? But the cons, it's time consuming. It's not scalable, and you'll get stuck in advanced builds. There's some builds where unless you're a developer, it's just not going to be. You're just not going to do it, unfortunately. It's just the raw reality. And it's not scalable. If you think you're going to be able to scale you doing all the fulfillment while doing all the other things in the business, unfortunately, that's not the case. It's good for your first few clients, but not for scaling. Now, option 2, outsource to Fiverr or Upwork. Again, this works, but, again, there's some pros and cons. But look, how many of you guys are kind of wanting to do option 1? How many of you guys want to do it yourself? Learn the tech, become a developer, learn how to code, all this sort of stuff. How many of you guys want to do it yourself? Because for me personally, I don't know. I'm not a big do-it-yourself guy on that tech side of things. I'd much rather do either option 2 or option 3 here. Sky, you know what's up. We'll get to option 3 here in a second. Okay, some of you guys are already kind of getting what option 3 is going to be here. But option 2, outsource to Fiverr or Upwork, right? This is a very valid option. You can find good people on Fiverr and Upwork. Hire freelance devs to build for you. You can find developers. You can find guys that are pretty cheap in third world countries and whatnot where they have the skills. You can pay them. It's a small percentage of your deal. Very doable. But again, there's pros and cons. Pros, it's cheap. Pretty cheap. You close a deal for 10K, you can find somebody on Fiverr for probably $300 to $1,500 to do your build for you. Good profit margins. Simple for basic tasks. Nothing too crazy. The cons, though, as you can see, the cons add up on this one. It's inconsistent quality, right? There's no accountability because they're overseas, or you just can't really communicate with them very good. They can disappear mid-project, which I have seen before. And they just don't think strategically, right? They're just building what you tell them to, which can be good for some cases, but not the best. And so for this, you don't want to be babysitting freelancers when clients are paying you 10K, right? When you get paid 10K, you want to know the people who are doing fulfillment for you are doing it good. So how are you guys feeling about option 2 so far? Outsource to Fiverr and Upwork. Is this something you guys would be interested in? Like, how are you guys feeling about this one here? Because we're about to get to option 3 here, not me. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can definitely use this. This is good. I know people that do this and they do well, but you got to make sure you get a good developer, right? Because there's definitely some people who are a little, you want to be careful. That's all. Now, option 3, use a specialized dev team. This is option number 3, right? This is the safest way to go. And so we'll cover some pros and cons here for this one as well. Let AI engineers plus automation experts handle the fulfillment for you. People you can trust to do this, all right? People can get the job done. They've done it before. You have communication with them, all this sort of stuff. Now, the pros. It's fast, professional builds. You don't need any tech skills because they're doing it entirely. You focus on sales and scale. Let the experts do the delivery. How are you guys feeling about this? And the cons, there's honestly none. We're yet to see any cons for this option. It's just the way it goes because you don't really have to do anything. You have people you can trust doing it for you, and that's it. So how are you guys feeling about option 3 here? Out of option 1, 2, and 3, what are you guys thinking would be the best one for you guys? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What are you guys feeling? Let's see it, guys. Let's see it. Oh, jeez, I just had to scroll down a bit. The chat's been going. It is just slow for me here. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Garrett, you are right. Option 3 is money as well. Option 2 is also money. Option 1, you will have the highest margins for sure if you do it yourself. There are builds where developers are just not the case. Yeah, that's right. Cons can be, it doesn't cost a lot. It depends. For a lot of specialized dev teams, it will be around the same price as Fiverr and Upwork, which is, it's usually a pretty similar price. I've seen some people on Fiverr and Upwork charge more even. But yeah, specialized dev team is usually about the same as Fiverr and Upwork, similarly. Yeah, Garrett, that's a good way to go as well. Any sort of specialized dev team. Of course, we do that, but there's a lot of good things you can find if there are other specialized dev teams. As long as you have a good team of devs, you're in a good position. You sell the vision, we build the machine behind it. That's how we operate with people we do fulfillment for. But again, like Garrett said in the chat here, you can find developer teams overseas. You might have friends who are in school, computer science, all this sort of stuff. You can find good people, good developers that can do this for you. But that is the best way to go by far. Yeah, you are splitting the margin. Amine, for example, the way we go about it is it's typically 10% of the deal. So like our clients will close a 10K deal to pay us 1,000, and then we'll do the whole build for them. So they profit 90% on that deal. That's the way we typically go about it, just to make sure the guys are profiting a lot still, because we don't want to dent the margins too much. All right, so what does the fulfillment process look like, guys? Take note of this because you guys kind of saw me break down the onboarding process before the fulfillment process. I'm going to break down what this looks like here. So I'm going to kind of speed through this. And so first step here is the payment, right? Your client pays you, they sign your agreement, they are now your client. Then what we do is we send them an email with an onboarding form. In this onboarding form, we are collecting everything we need to know about the build. Maybe a script they're using currently, FAQs, common objections that they want the AI to be able to handle, questions they want it to be able to answer, general info about the business, how many follow-ups do they want the AI to make, how many agents do they want, what is the goal of each agent, more info about their business, everything we could possibly need to do the build. They complete that onboarding form, then at the end of that onboarding form, they book a call. When they submit that form, that information gets sent directly to our engineers, our solutions engineers. And then that onboarding call is booked with our solutions engineer. Engineer is going to be looking over the onboarding form, make sure information is looking clear, looking concise, they have everything. Then when they hop on that call, they'll make sure all the information is accurate, get access to any CRMs, systems that they might need to integrate the AI with, calendars, anything like that. And then they build the AI infrastructure. They're building it, they're integrating it, and they are testing the absolute crap out of it to make sure it doesn't break, it works good. We're sending over the client recordings of the AI to make sure they approve of it. Everything's looking good. They just love it overall. Then we hop on a final call, usually after about 5 to 7 days, where we're launching the AI with them. Then it's a successful AI launch. Client's happy, we're happy, on to the next. How does that process sound? How does that process sound? How does that process sound, guys? Solid, solid. Looking good, looking good. Looking good, looking good. Awesome, awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Do you guys strictly take 10%? It depends on the deal. It's usually 10%. We can kind of discuss it a bit more at the end there. I want to speed through this because I'm already falling a bit behind schedule. I'm not going to lie. But we can break down all that stuff at the end there when we're going to do kind of that question period. There could be complexities. Exactly, Max. That's why we get all the information from them so that we don't have those complexities come up. But there are complex bills sometimes. We hop on a call with them, get all that information, then make sure all the information they gave us is accurate, and then we start the build process. And look, we didn't just come up with that process, right? It took a little bit. That's why we did trial and error. We took a lot of time to build the perfect onboarding process, and then now we have it refined. We don't use Slack. We use Discord. I personally like Discord a lot better. I just don't love Slack, to be honest. All right, so why does this matter for you? Why does this matter for you guys? You don't need to hire a dev team. You don't need to learn coding. You don't need to build complex automations. How many of you guys want to be in that situation where you don't need to do any of this, right? How many of you guys want to be in that situation? To me, that sounds great. That's the situation I like to be in. I don't want to be the one learning how to do this. I want to have our developers take care of that, right? Solutions engineers take care of that for me. You just have to sell the outcome, have a team that delivers on the promise, and keep your focus on growth, not tech headaches. if you're not a tech person, you don't want to be worrying about tech, right? Let your tech people handle the tech. You handle the sales, the fulfillment, or the sales, the scaling, the marketing, processes that you know how to do, right? That's how you scale like a real business owner. So the three paths to fulfillment, right? Let's cover them one more time. Do it yourself, DIY. Good for learning, bad for scaling. Number two, Fiverr and Upwork. Cheap, but risky. Plug into a specialized dev team, fast, reliable, and scalable. And as long as you get a good one, your margins are still very, very good. Want to stay small? Do it yourself. Want to stay stressed? Juggle freelancers. Want to grow? Plug into a system that fulfills for you. That's what we've seen work the best. Even if AI infrastructures need to be built in other languages, good question, actually. Yeah, we have built a lot in other languages. Our platform speaks about 40, 41, 42 languages. But again, we can talk about that a bit more at the end there. So now you know any niche can work. You can charge 10K plus. You don't need to build it yourself. How are you guys feeling about this so far? We've gone through these three secrets. You know you can go into any niche. You can charge 10K plus. You don't need to build it yourself. How are you guys feeling about this now? Feeling good? Feeling more confident? Are you guys feeling more confident now than you did at the beginning of this? That's the goal. If you guys can say you're feeling good now, then I've done my job and I'm glad.
Just want to step in really quick to make sure that nobody is missing out on any questions. So while Jax is going through the slides, we're behind schedule. If you want to make sure we don't miss your questions, there's actually a Q&A box on Zoom webinar, and we're going to be answering those all like at the end. We have 30 minutes just for answering questions. So instead of putting your questions in the chat and it kind of just going up, drop all your questions in the Q&A box. That way we don't miss them, because there is a lot of people typing in the chat. I know there's some people that are messaging us directly, so you might not see that, but we have a lot of people messaging, so we just want to make sure we're not missing your questions. Just drop it in the Q&A box and we will get to them at the end. Okay?
Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, good stuff. Good mention. And Danilo, what's the system to get clients? Outreach, emails, run ads. Those three are all great. We wanted to keep this, because we do have a limited amount of time here, we wanted to keep this concise to cover the three things I thought were the most important and Nick thought were the most important for you guys to see success. We have a lot of stuff on YouTube and in the free school showing you ads, outreach, all that sort of stuff, because that's less of a belief and more so just following step by steps. I wanted to really have you guys from the start of this to the end of this have your whole belief system changed about how you can go about this. So let me ask you guys a question. How are you? This was a lot of information. We went through this quickly. How many of you guys are feeling like this? Like you just got blasted with a ridiculous amount of information in the span of like 70 minutes here. Just a ridiculous amount of information. How many of you guys are feeling like this dude right here getting blasted with this hose in the face and just too much information? Just a ton. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. How are you guys feeling? Overwhelmed a bit? A lot of info? All right, all right, all right. Yeah, fair, fair, fair. So guys, I know I wanted to, hopefully you guys got a lot of value to this. How many of you guys got good value so far? I know this was a lot. Maybe I talk fast. Maybe I'm zooming through this. Maybe I'm yapping a bit. But how many of you guys got good value so far? I want to see that you guys are happy that you joined this. So far, the 70 minutes we're in, you guys got a good amount of value about the niche, the closing, and the fulfillment. How are you guys feeling? Good stuff? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome, guys. I'm glad. That's great. Great to see all you guys are happy with this. That's awesome. So, guys, how many calls does the AI take? It can call upwards of like 100,000 within a few minutes. It's really really crazy the amount of volume it can do. But yeah, guys. So look, in this 70 minutes here, right? We covered the big three secrets, right? The niche, the closing, and the fulfillment. I wanted to cover a lot more. It's very difficult for me and Nick to put all this into a tiny 60 to 90 minute thing here. As you can see, I'm almost talking so fast. I'm talking like Eminem on Rap God here, trying to zoom through everything. And so I want to be able to give you guys as much as possible. So look, we put together a special package for you guys to give you all the resources, all the information you could possibly need. But look, I want to ask your guys' permission before I go ahead and share that with you guys. So if you guys are cool with that, if you guys are cool with me and Nick sharing you the special package we put together for you guys today, let me know and we can go ahead and do it. I want to get your permission. I'll make sure you guys are cool with it. And then we can go ahead and transition into that here. And I can break all that down for you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You guys are looking good for it. Cool, cool, cool. All right, sweet. So I'll try to go through this a little quicker so we can get to the question portion and get you guys really going here. All right, sweet. So let's keep it going. So what do we have here? We have the Inside AI Partner Program. And look, some of you guys may have heard of it before. We put together a special package for you guys here. And so I'm going to walk you guys through that here. First things first, you guys are going to get lifetime access to a white label Insight AI account. White label Insight AI account. White label. You make it your own domain, own logo. It doesn't even look like Insight. It looks like whatever your business is. And you guys get access to it for life. Most people pay $1,000 a month, $997 a month for a white label account. You guys get access to it for life. Included. That way, you'll be able to build unlimited agents and have a white label account that looks like your own. Your clients will get signed up on your account, on your white label. It won't say Insight. It will say your business. Utilized already trained software engineers. Follow the tutorials on creating the best AI agents possible, the best scripts, objection handling, everything inside of the platform. A 15% license on all usage. So any clients that you have that are paying for the usage on the platform, you're getting 15% of that for life, passively. And like I said, you can change the logo and domain. You'll be able to get rid of any monthly recurring AI softwares. You won't need to pay for software ever again. You'll just be able to use ours for life. Any consultant fees on the AI, because you'll be able to have us. We'll help you with everything. Any software engineers you hired, you get access to our engineers. We will do fulfillment for you. Any VAs you have calling for you, you don't need to. You got the Insight platform. Simple as that. Crappy low retainer clients, you don't need any of those. We want to get rid of those, right? Nobody wants those. So look, how many guys would be happy? How many guys would be stoked to get access to the Insight platform for life? Build all the agents, white label it to your clients. You never need to pay for an AI software again. You get it for life. Simple as that. Awesome, guys. I'm glad. Because look, we put a lot of stuff into the Insight platform here, so I'm glad you guys are stoked for that. All right, so what you're going to get, lifetime white label account. Value, we put the value at $12,000 because it's $1,000 a month, but again, it's for life, right? This is technically a year's value. For life, I don't know, you can kind of just put the infinity symbol, I guess, for that, but we put a number there to make it easier to track. So, lifetime white label Insight account, $12,000. Now, we're going to show you what some of the people inside of here have actually done with this information. If you guys can see this here, this is Prad, and he's actually a very, very young guy, and he's been crushing it with the AI. He started with us a little over 3 weeks ago now. It might be close to a month. And within the first 3 weeks, he closed a 4K client. He had zero experience. He's actually located in India. English isn't even his first language. And he got on here and he just absolutely crushed it. And you can see this here. This is the review he left us after. This review makes me laugh because he's so stoked. And he absolutely crushed it. He put in the work. He made it happen. And he did great. Tope, I'm butchering your name here. Tope Keo, you said we get access to the platform. That's something I also want to mention. I told you guys earlier that all you guys get access to our snapshot for free. Part of that, we're giving that to all of you guys. And we're also doing a draw at the end of this for 3 people to get free access to the platform for 3 months. Free access for 3 months. We're doing a draw for that at the end. Did Prad have any special skills? No, he was just like most people who start. He had no experience, but he wanted to get the AI space and he put in the work. That's the biggest thing. He used what we showed him and he put in the work and he made it happen, guys. Because we can show you everything, but if you don't put in the work and you don't tell yourself you're going to make it happen, nothing's going to happen, right? Prad put in the work, he made it happen, and he just followed what we laid out. It's not rocket science. There he is. That's the message he sent us when he closed that 4K client. And then there's the first payment up front, and then he got the other half after 15 days there. And then we also have 2 other members who they started not too long ago. It was probably 2 months. I believe they started actually end of November. And then within the first, I believe 30 days or so, it was maybe day 32, 33, they closed a 10K PIF. A 10K PIF, right? They were dabbling in the AI agency space. They didn't really know how to go about their systems. They closed a 10K PIF. And a 10K PIF. As you can see, it's pretty good, eh? Pretty good stuff. And then a crap ton of appointments because the AI does that. The ads do that. We have the system set up right. And by the way, these are in completely different niches. This is med spas. Prad was real estate. The systems carry over. And they closed a 6K deal. Oh yeah, guys, PIF means paid in full. So my bad. I probably should have emphasized that. PIF means paid in full. It's just an acronym. It just means you got paid all of it up front. Not installments, not monthly, just paid in full. And so Kylie and Kara, they actually closed a 6K payment PIF, a 6K PIF within the first like 3 weeks, and then they just continue to crush it. And they're still crushing. They're on a tear now. They're scaling up. And then Dylan and Pruthvi. And so Dylan and Pruthvi, Dylan is actually on this call here. And so here he is, awesome. Dylan's actually been putting in, him and Pruthvi have been putting in the work. They were in the free academy for quite a while, and then they took the step and they joined and they started crushing it very quickly. And so Dylan's here to let me get their stuff up on here. Dylan's here to share a couple words with you guys, just his experience and kind of where he was before and where he is now. So Dylan, go ahead, my man.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm just coming on to give a little testimonial. I mean, we joined probably 3 months ago, and within our first month joining, they helped us refine everything from our offer, the way we take in our leads, how we run our ads. And within that month, it was just like we 3x'd our monthly recurring revenue. Yeah, started closing deals. Before that, we were running into tons of issues, basically with everything you went over in this meeting, right? Because you want to get all that information set in stone on what they want. We're running into issues of just kind of selling them the blank overview. And then when it came to fulfilling, they want more and more and more. And then when we couldn't fulfill, they would, recharge. And yeah, we bought into the, I don't know if you've gone over this yet, but we went into the Insight AI Gold membership. They provided us with a ton of stuff, a bunch of paid and fold videos to watch. We went through all the courses, the videos on it, and we just locked in, took in all the information, and then days later just started printing money just from refining everything. And it was little things. It was just like we'd have discovery calls, and instead of having discovery calls, we just had triage calls instead. We cut out a whole meeting, and it resulted in us increasing our monthly recurring. So just overall insight. I mean, the name of their company speaks for themselves. It's what we got was pure insights, and that's what helped us grow. So huge thanks to you guys. Yeah, anything you can ask me, any questions, I'll give you guys the insights on what happened with us. But that's basically it. We were running into issues. Our whole sales process was messed up. Me and Bruce, we locked in. We purchased the gold membership. I forgot how much it was. It wasn't a big investment, but I mean, it was a massive return to say the least. So love it. Thank you guys for the insights. And yeah, let me know anything else you want me to include. I can include that.
Awesome, Dylan. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot for putting in a good word for us, guys. And Dylan, like I said, guys, Dylan and Pruthvi, they were running an agency in a similar spot to a lot of you guys, and they just locked in. They put in the work, they followed the systems, and look, now they're crushing it. It's simple as that, right? So I appreciate you taking the time and hopping on here, Dylan. Thank you very much.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for giving us the insights. I mean, we owe it all you guys. Everything is increased. We're confident. I think this month we're probably going to go around. We're probably going to try and complete a 25K, like this month, and we already have about half of that, but we're just waiting for that final to come through, and hopefully we could have another wins posting in that channel.
Awesome.
Let's go, baby.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Love it. That's super sweet. Super sweet. Awesome, guys.
Does anyone have any questions for Dylan before we let him go here? We appreciate your time, man. Don't wanna keep you for too long. Does anyone have any questions for him?
How easy 20K, like you said, when you guys add on that perceived value, it's 20K really is easy. Again, we're looking at 2-3 clients max for us, and that's 20-30K. So when you add that perceived value to these systems, because they're delegating such a service for these companies, you can charge that extra amount, and they're more than happy to pay that because they'd rather invest into something that is like interrelation. They would rather pay for something that has value to it rather than like a cheap commoditized service. So when you add that perceived value, you can definitely get them with it. That's all. So it's not like we're signing 50 clients for 50K, right? It's just 2-3 clients, maybe 4, 5, 6 a month, and that could be anywhere from 30 to 70K if you're hitting the right clients in the right service and niche.
Yeah, for sure. And Dylan, I see Max in the chat here. He's asking if you had any background in sales or anything like that.
No, the crazy part is before all of this, it was mostly e-commerce. So it was none of that face-to-face. These past 5-6 months getting this whole AI agency started, it's been a lot, right? Because I've had to learn how to sell, handle objections. I've never even sold anything in person. So, I mean, it went from never having to hop down a meeting with anyone to having hopped on over 200 meetings after my first 3 months. So it was a lot, but the learning came quick. And when you're put in a position and it's to where like, okay, like you have to win, right? Like you can't just keep wasting money because you're going to be spending money on all these services from Typeforms to your Make to your Go High Level to all of these things. And, you need a return. So I think that just the stress of not, you can't lose. And if you do lose, then come on, like, what are you fighting for? So I guess, yeah, it was just, you had to lock in, and I learned how to handle objections. I watched a lot of Charlie on YouTube. I forgot his last name, but that Charlie guy. Just a lot of sales videos on top of you guys. And then we saw you guys killing it in the game. You're like, holy shit, we need to hop into their community. Figured it out. You guys helped us refine everything. And yeah, it's been a lot of learning these past 5 months, but it's all possible if you just like put your head in. I'm not gonna say I have sales skills because I was awful coming into it. I mean, me and Pruthvi would rewatch our videos and just be cringing, like videos from 2, 3 months ago, and I'm just like, how could I have objected that badly? But you need to fail to win, and that's just the point of the story. Is yeah, don't fail and just get discouraged and stop. Like, oh, this whole industry doesn't work. I've tried it. Nope, you just need to refine what you're doing, and things should start working. And then also you just need to believe, like everything's energy. So
Yeah. Well said, man. Well said. That was good stuff. And hopefully that puts into perspective for a lot of people who might still have a little bit of self-doubt. But yeah, well said, Dylan. I appreciate you taking the time and saying that to everybody. Hopefully that alone might be enough to inspire some people to take action and get this going.
yeah,
Appreciate it, man. We
yeah.
appreciate
Thank you
you.
for having me on, boys.
Yeah, no problem. No problem, man. And we already know you're going to keep crushing it. So let's continue with this here, guys, and we'll keep it going. And look, if you guys have any questions for us, like Nick said, we're going to have a little portion here again. I got to speed this up because I'm way behind schedule here in terms of where we're moving. So
Yeah,
let's keep this going here, guys. So
Keep dropping the questions in the question box because I just saw 20 questions in
Yeah.
the chat that are gonna be like we cannot answer them right now.
Yeah, well-
so please make sure you put it in the chat. Copy and paste your question if we didn't answer it, and put it in the Q&A box, and we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
all good. Okay, let's keep going here. So I'll speed through this one here. Brad and Bethany, they actually closed a $19K deal with a nonprofit company. They're speaking to some of the bigger companies in the auto space as well. And they actually left their 9 to 5s. They left their 9 to 5s and went all in their agency, and they've been crushing it. They've been putting in a ton of work. We're actually in the middle of fulfilling a client for them right now that they just closed again not long ago. And look, let's listen to Prad here. This is a small snippet of Prad. Like I said, he's very young. He's in India. English isn't his first language, and he closed the 4K deal within the first 3 weeks. So I want to play this for you guys quick here. Can you let me know? Can you guys hear this? Can you guys say yes in the chat that you can hear this at least? Can you let me know?
Position of maybe you
I can.
Yeah.
or
Perfect.
somebody who would be interested in committing, but they're right on the edge. They don't know yet. They don't want to commit to it. They maybe are scared to start the business. They're scared to maybe invest in consulting or in mentorship or in access to the platform because maybe they've been burned in the past. What would you say to that person or to yourself if you could go back in time and kind of act quicker?
I would say, honestly, just directly jump in because right now I'm so confident because closing a $4,000 deal or making $4,000 money within just 3 weeks of starting out this new business, which I have completely no idea about, is not that easy in the business that I've done in the past. It could be e-commerce, any kind of business that I've done in the past as well. So I feel like to the new starters who are looking out to be as a licensed partner of InsightIO or even peak in this industry, I would directly, suggest them to just jump into this because this is such a beautiful industry, and as well as especially being as a licensed partner of InsightIO would be beneficial because no AI infrastructure company probably wouldn't give the support or the knowledge that InsightIO, which you guys are giving, because we are able to get complete A to Z knowledge of how to start the business till the end of how to close the client as well, and how to fulfill to them as well, which you guys are going to take care of. But yeah, at the end of the day, that is the thing, and I would suggest everyone to just directly jump in without any hesitation. That's for sure.
All right. Wow. He put that pretty eloquently, actually. Prad crushed it. He came in with similar to Dylan and them, very little experience starting. Just put in the work, followed the systems, and ended up closing a 4K deal within the first 3 weeks there. And he's speaking to some more businesses. He's getting a good amount of appointments coming through here. He's going to have his first 10K month here very, very soon. So let's keep it going, guys. Awesome. You guys are able to hear that. That's good. Let me make sure I got the chat pulled up here as well. Okay, let's keep it going here.
So
Oops, there we go. So there's a lot more where that came from. We honestly don't have the time to go through a lot of the people that are crushing it in the AI agency space. We just don't have time. If you guys want, we have a wins page on our website you can check out, but we just don't have time to go through that. So guys, who does this work for, right? Because you guys might be wondering, okay, these guys, they started out with little experience, but can I do it? Can it work for me? Are you guys wondering that? Are you guys thinking like, okay, these guys did it, but I don't know if I can do it myself. Are you guys having any self-doubt like that? Again, completely normal. Everybody has it. We had it at once. But again, you just got to put it in, put the work in. And so, guys, are you still feeling any self-doubt? Are you guys feeling confident in yourselves now? I hope you guys are feeling confident that you guys can do it. Any niche, charge 10K, fulfillment, awesome. Yeah, well, yeah, awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome. All right, cool. I'm glad to see it. So, who does this work for, guys? People looking for a new online business, right? Beginners with no tech skills, people who want to quit their 9 to 5, side hustlers who want to go full time. This works for anyone. How many of you guys are in this position? How many of you guys are, looking for a new online business, or you don't have tech skills? How many of you guys are looking to leave your 9 to 5s as well? I'm assuming there's probably a good bit of people who are ready to transition out of that and have their own online business, making them full-time income. How many of you guys are in that position? And how many of you guys are doing this as a side hustle as well? Because, side hustle is a good way to start as well, and then you transition to it. So awesome, awesome. Everybody wants to do it full time, right? That's the dream. You just got to put in the work to get there, and everything gets easier after that. I promise you. All right, so let's keep this going. Don't worry. If you're in these positions, don't worry. Everybody's in these positions at one point before they do well. If you haven't run a business, don't stress. And second off, don't let that be an excuse to hold you back, right? That's one thing. Every single person you see who is doing well, who's succeeding online, they were once in the exact same position as you, the exact same. No clients, no experience, no testimonials, no tech skills, and they put in the work and they made it happen. So what you guys are going to get access to, you get access to a lifetime white label Insight AI account, which again, value is, infinite, 12,000 a year, and 173 module AI agency mastery program. This covers every single aspect of your VSL, your onboarding process. That onboarding process I broke down in there. There's modules showing you how to set that up step by step, all the automations, everything. You get access to every single aspect of that. The VSL, the ads, the lead nurturing, the appointment setting, every single aspect is included in that there. That's a value of 19,800, and we'll keep this going here. What else? What else do you guys get access to? Do you guys want to see what else? Do you guys want to see what else? Are you guys good with that? Let me know. I want to continue, but if you guys, let me know if you guys are good with that. Want to see it? You guys excited for this at least? I think this is going to be awesome. I think this is going to transform some people's agencies for sure and help you. Maybe the next webinar, some of you guys will be the ones speaking like Dylan was. Maybe we can have one of you guys who's crushing it in, a month or 2, 3 months from now, get on here and be like, hey, look, I was on their last webinar. I was nervous. I was doubting, and now I'm making 15, 20, 30K a month, and I've left my 9 to 5. How awesome would that be? That's what I want to see happen. All right. And right, support, right? Because Dylan mentioned there, he's like, the support is super useful. Prad said it in his video there. We work really closely with you guys. It's super useful. All this sort of stuff, right? The support is a big thing, especially when we're building all this stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff we got to set up. So look, this is one aspect of it. You have eight weekly calls with the Insight team. I take calls. Nick take calls. Our solutions engineer takes calls. Our head of client success take calls. Our appointment setter takes calls so that we can cover every aspect of what you guys need help with in the business. And as you can see, we have calls almost every single day, except I believe this is Saturday here. Every single day except Saturday, where we can help you with everything. And look, 8 weekly calls with the Insight team. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then there's even some more inside of there. And look, value that at $4,000, valued at about $500 an hour for across our team. And look, now the total is at $23,800. But believe me, guys, I promise you, we're not asking for $23,800 because then you guys would just be, we told you we're going to get you to the same spot without spending $100,000, right? So what else do you need here? Access to the Insight team. You get one-on-one access. This is where we speak to most people really every day who are inside of here, especially when we're building everything. We want to be talking with you guys. Our whole team is going to be communicating with you. We want to make sure that we're helping you with every single step because this is a lot to set up, right? Like you guys saw that picture of the guy with the fire hose blasting him in the face. That's how it feels when you start an online business, right? So we want to make sure that we can get that water out of your face and make sure you're moving smoothly through everything. And so look, one-on-one access to us 24/7, close to 24/7, try not to, message us at 4 a.m. and wake us up, but close to 24/7, right? Where we're messaging you all the time. We have team members across all time zones. So there's always somebody there to answer, valued $5,995. And again, we're not going to ask anywhere near that. Anything else? Done for you, Go High Level Snapshot account setup. This is something where done with you AI infrastructure setup. We're setting you up with all of this, right? Our solutions engineer even can go into your Go High Level account and help set up all this sort of stuff. Our team can go in there and help you set it up on top of the snapshot that we're giving to everybody here, like I said earlier in the presentation. And look, if all this did was help you sign clients, would you pay 10,000 upfront for this plus retainers, right? Would this be worth it if you're getting all this sort of stuff? I just want to get a gauge where you guys are at. If all this did was help you sign clients who pay you $10,000 upfront, would this be worth it? You're charging these guys, they're paying you 10K upfront, not in a month, not in 2 weeks, upfront on your sales call. Would this be worth it for you guys? Awesome, awesome. I want to see. Awesome. I just want to see where you guys are at. If you could close $10,000 clients, would this be worth it? All right. And now look, if it would help you fulfill for those clients, done for you, that onboarding process where you don't even need to talk to the client, it's completely fulfilled for them. Would that be worth it for you? Let me know. Let me know. Would that be worth it? I want to see some actions in the chat here. I want to get a good idea of where you guys are at. Would this be worth it for you? Fulfillment, taken care of. You don't even need to do anything. Done for you. Awesome. Awesome. That's good to see. That's good to see. And now look, would it be worth it for you if all this did was speed up the process of scaling your AI agency by 2x? If you could double the speed at which you were growing your agency, would this be worth it? Double the growth. Would it be worth it? Let me know. If you don't think so, say no. If you do, say yes. Let me know. I really want to see where you guys are at. All right. If it could double the growth of your AI agency, if you were going to hit 10, if you're going to hit, 50K a month in, 6 months and you could hit it in 3, would this be worth it for you? Doubly worth it. Leon, good answer. All right, let's keep it going. I had 2 choices, all right? 2 choices. Option 1, go as cheap as possible, right? Go as cheap as possible on all of this and try to sell as many as possible, right? It's cheap as possible and just get as many of you guys on it as possible. It wouldn't incentivize me really to stack the value, of course, right? And then the other option is requires a little higher of an investment, but in exchange, I can devote more resources. I can get my whole team, Nick, inside of there to guarantee your success, to guarantee it. And I don't say guarantee lightly. What would signing one high-ticket $10,000 client per month be worth to you? I'm curious. Guys, type in the chat. What would one $10,000 client per month be worth to you? Sky said firstborn child. That's a crazy answer. Wow, that got me almost. Oh, yeah. I love the devotion. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right, $10,000 client a month. I'm serious, boss. I bet you are, Sky. I bet you are. All right, guys, that's hilarious. How much would you pay to sign one high-ticket client for $10,000 per month? My soul, holy crap, you guys are my soul, my firstborn child. Wow, you guys are insane. All right. So as you can see, guys, when we tell you we have spent a lot on learning everything that we did, these are the receipts. These are the receipts for what we've spent. You can see this was, I don't know when this was taken, $125,000 spent on ads. We spent $43,000 on a program to teach us systems, scaling, automation, all this sort of stuff. We spent a ton on these programs, but it makes me 80,000 plus every single month. So in my opinion, I'd pay 40,000 again to get to 80K a month any day of the week, right? Any single day of the week. And so now you have 2 choices, right? I had 2 choices before. Now you have 2 choices. Option 1 is do nothing and don't book a call and be stuck in the same position in 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is, right? It's no risk. I'm not going to hold you to, I'm not going to, think less of you if you do nothing. It's no risk. You can stay comfortable where you're at. Not a problem. Number 2 is book a call and make an investment in yourself, a small investment compared to the value you get in return. And should this be switched to require a little higher investment, etc. If we can't make you money, then we don't deserve yours. If we can't make you money, we don't deserve yours. That's our philosophy. That's how we operate everything. If we can't make you money, we don't deserve yours. If we don't make you money, we can't deserve yours. And I see somebody, Alex here, got burned by another program before. Is it different? If you got burned, this is the perfect slide for us to cover that now, right? Positive ROI guarantee. If you join the partner program, we guarantee that you will make back your money. You will make your money back. And if you don't, we will give you a 100% refund. That is how we operate. If we can't make you money, we don't deserve yours. That's the philosophy we've always taken. If we don't make you money, we don't deserve yours. If you don't make back when you invest with us, you get a 100% refund. Does that reassure you guys? Does that make you guys feel a bit more confident? I don't know how many people out there give full money back guarantees like this with what they do, but we do because we're confident in it. We know what we're doing. The systems, they speak for themselves. It's simple as that. All right. The real question is, guys, here. Unlimited clients, yes, you can take unlimited clients, Suzy Q. Unlimited, 100 if you want. The real question is, guys, how many of you guys want to see the real question here? How many of you guys want to see the real question? You saw what's included. You saw a money back guarantee. You saw some of our people that we've worked with tell you how they went from nothing, no knowledge, no skills, to be able to crush it. The real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which, if it does even half of what I've claimed today on this training, will pay for itself. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let's see. What you're going to get. Lifetime white label Inside AI account. Again, we already discussed that. 173 module AI agency mastery program. 8 weekly calls with the Insight team. One-on-one access to the whole Insight team 24/7. Done for you AI infrastructure setup directly from our solutions engineer for every single client that you get. Total value $30,792. All right, guys, so you can just e-transfer us $30,000. I'm kidding. We're not going to ask for 30 grand for this. Are you kidding me? Of course not. We spent over 200 grand. We're not going to make you guys pay that much. No shot. For the first 3 people who join the partner program, this is something that we've never done before. This is special for the webinar here for you guys who showed up to the free masterclass. For the first 3 people who join the partner program, you get a 50% discount. We've never given a discount like that in our lives. A 50% discount on this. And so look, guys, we got 30 minutes here. We're going to go through the questions. Let me turn this down. We're going to go through the questions, and you guys are going to have the option to book your call here. So Nick is sending the wrong link in the chat there, actually. Nick, make sure you send the type form in the chat. And
My bad.
so, guys, you're going to see a form in the chat there. There's a couple questions just for us to get a good idea. You guys can book a call directly with us. Again, the first 3 people get the 50% discount. There's going to be slots available even like right after this call later today. There's going to be slots available tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. We opened up as much as we could for the calendar. Our team is ready to speak to you guys. And look, we could have just put a link in here to sign up, but the partner program's a lot, right? We want to work closely with you guys. We want to get to speak with you guys directly beforehand. We want to get to know more about you individually, where you're at with things. What's your biggest struggle? What have you been, what's the niche you're kind of looking to go after? What are you skilled at? What do you have lack experience in? We want to get to know all of it. So that's why we prefer the book a call method, so we can talk to you one-on-one directly and see the best way to help you guys get to the point where you are making 10, 20, 30, 50K a month with your AI agency. So how does that sound, guys? You can see that there. The form is in there. Feel free to start booking your calls, guys. Again, the first 3 people get a 50% off discount. We can't do that for everybody. The first 3 people, so it's just a race. There's slots available later today, tomorrow. It's up to you guys. We want to work with all you guys. Trust me, especially with the action that we've seen in this chat here. And I'm impressed with how many people stuck around until the end. We had almost everybody stick around until the very end, which is amazing. I love to see it. That means you guys are actually serious about scaling your agency. That's great to see. And so look, now you guys can start asking questions in the chat. I'm gonna start answering them. I also have a list of a ton of questions that we get asked all the time that I can go through if you guys start running out of questions. Don't worry, hammer me with questions. Nick and I'll answer them as best we can here.
So Jax, I actually have 50 questions here from
sweet. Okay.
people. Yeah.
Let me answer one here because this guy's been asking this a lot.
Yeah.
Buoy's Elias. Can you guys be clear, please? So if you join Academy Gold today, am I able to white label it into my brand? We can talk to you, book a call, because we'll be able to speak to you to see. Because if we think the Gold Academy is the better route for you to go, we will tell you that straight up. We're not going to try to, force you to go in any direction. What we think is the best for you, we will tell you. So if you want to see that, we can book a call with us, get one of the spots that are still available, and we can speak to you directly and make sure everything's looking good for you there. But yeah, guys, this form here, let me know if you have any questions about this, and you can go ahead there.
All right, I'm gonna start answering the
chat,
questions here.
Is the chat?
Yeah, so I lock the chat,
you locked
and then
it,
if anyone has questions, it'll pop up on the question box here.
How do I see the question box? Oh my God, people are hammering the question box. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Andre already booked the call for Saturday. I love to see it, man. Kevin, does the Gold Academy include access to Inside AI platform? Yes, it does. So as long as you're inside Gold, you have access to the platform. 50% off how much? So it really depends whether you're going towards Gold or the partnership. It's just the first 3.
I see slots getting taken quick here, guys. I think all the Saturday slots might have been taken already. I'm not going to lie. but
Yep, all of them are gone. All the Saturday slots are gone.
that was quick.
So you have Sunday, and then we will continue opening up depending on when they fill
Yeah.
out, but no longer than 3 days ahead. So if you want to get in
Yeah.
now.
And guys, sorry, Nick,
I've heard the partnership.
I just want to say
Sorry.
one thing quick, guys. When this timer's done here, we're going to be answering questions for the next 26 minutes here. When this timer's done, going to get all you guys that snapshot like I promised, and we're going to do that draw for the 3 people to win
Yep.
free access to the platform for 3 months. Don't think we are, trying to dodge that. We're going to make that happen at the end of this timer here, but we want to answer all the questions to make sure that you guys get all those answered. And I'm honestly really impressed with how many people stuck around until the end. Seriously, you guys, I can tell you guys are taking it serious. You're really looking to learn and scale. So my kudos goes to you guys for actually sticking around this whole time.
For sure, for sure. Okay, we have a question from Emily Vu. I've heard the partnership. Wait, let me see if I click this. Does it pop up anywhere? Does anybody see her question?
If you click, or did you click answer live?
Yes.
I don't see it. No, I don't.
Okay, that's fine. I've heard the partnership program is for 6 months. Does that mean after 6 months we need to start taking care of the fulfillment ourselves? So, good question, Emily. By the time that you finish the partnership program, we want you to be fully reliant, and our goal is that you have a self-sustaining business of already a team, whether that be a software engineer, an appointment setter, a closer, so that you're continuously doing and you have an autonomous process of doing 50K a month selling AI. That's our goal.
We place that into your business. Like we place engineers into your business. So you use our solutions engineers in the beginning, but by the end of it, we want to have you guys with your own engineer in-house. They're part of your team. So that way you don't need us anymore. You have the knowledge, you have the skills, you have the team to be able to keep scaling from there. That's the goal. We want you guys to be self-reliant. You don't need us anymore. We've done our job. We got you everything. We scaled you, and now you're ready to keep going.
Awesome. Let's see. Can I make my first 10 or 20K thanks to Gold Academy, and after I pay in one-on-one to pay for partnership? Yes,
100%.
of course you can. So depending on how much you have to invest, if it makes more sense for Gold, for sure you can start with that. As you saw, Dylan hopped on doing 25K a month after joining Gold. So of course. How do you ensure that you'll be able to deliver on client implementations if too many people sign up? What would be a reasonable time frame? So right now we give a limit for all done for you fulfillment with our software engineer for clients of 4 to 7 days. That's the time frame we give on how long it takes to build. In reality, if we need to bang it out, it's 6 to 12 hours. So we have a lot of leeway there, and with the 4 to 7 day time frame, just to push it back, ensure that we do have enough time to fulfill and what's given, to make sure we're not over promising and we finish it in 2 weeks instead of 1 week. We also have a lot of software engineers on standby. Like I said, we do fulfill and place that in eventually, so we have a lot of them ready to go. So fulfillment isn't an issue. We will be able to cover that. How big is your team? So we're pretty small. I think we're only at 6 to 7 people right now. But all full time, all hardworking. So yeah, for our revenue number, we are a decent sized team.
Yeah, you don't need a huge team to scale, guys. You can hit 15, 20K completely solo. Maybe bring on a couple people as you scale to 50K a month. You really don't need as big a team as you may think, especially with it's online, right? It's online business. You have a good team of people, A players on your team. You don't need many people to be able to scale to the marks you want.
Especially with AI,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, do you have people doing this in Canada? Funny you ask. We're both Canadian,
Yeah.
So yeah, 100%.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Do we have to run paid ads on social media? If so, which one is the best? Do you charge a monthly subscription or something on client retainer fees for partners? So yeah, paid ads is since the beginning, since we've been able to afford paid ads, it's been paid ads because it's the best way to go, especially for an offer that's this strong. We're at, I think, 400 a day right now in ad spend. It's paid ads is the best way to go. And we run it on Meta. So Facebook and Instagram ads, depending on your niche in the business you're going after, it might be different. You might be targeting on LinkedIn, whatever, YouTube. But I would say 99% of people, of our partners, of anyone we've seen in the industry is running on Meta. So that's Facebook and Instagram. Do you charge a monthly subscription or something on client retainer fees? Just upfront. So it's one-time payment for the partnership. Like I said, that's why it's lifetime value. You don't have to worry about paying a subscription. I would say that's one of the most valuable things.
I think they're asking for clients.
Enterprise level. For partners.
Oh, they asked for
This is
partners?
partner.
Okay, my bad. I thought they were asking
Yeah.
for AI clients.
Yeah, I'll answer both questions. So first, most enterprise platforms and softwares for conversational AI. I'll give you an example. Synthflow, they charge $1,500 a month. So obviously, lifetime you're saving $1,500 a month. And for client retainer fees, for partners pitching, usually what we do is a high upfront cost. So a high upfront, 7, 8, 9K upfront, and then a monthly recurring retainer for support and maintenance. That's usually what we see. We do have people running a whole AI infrastructure setup. So they're doing paid ads, they're setting social media up, they're doing the AI, and we're talking pitching 25, 30K up front. So there's a lot of ways to go about it. In the beginning, the best way we've found is high upfront payments, just so you have the money to play with in the beginning. Do you share any presentation if your team to walk through their client through on the sales calls? Any pitch deck ideas? Yep. So we actually give you live calls that we've closed, like paid in full deals to review. So I don't know if you guys heard Dylan mentioned it, but we give you recordings of deals that we've closed live for 10K upfront, and even deals that required follow-ups, etc. So we get free access to the AI Insight platform in the partnership, but the gold program is paid. Yeah, so for gold, you have to continuously, it's a recurring. You can book a call to find out. There's also a yearly option, so you can check that out as well. When there are so many professional people running the agency, why will somebody work with me? Why will they choose me? It's a huge market, so the demand far outweighs the supply and what's out there right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is a big part of Secret 2, right? Secret 2 is talking about all of this. Why would somebody go with you if you have no testimonials? Especially like we're an option, right? These people, if they choose between me and Nick inside AI versus you, right? Who would they choose? If you speak to them with more confidence, you speak to them with conviction, and you know exactly how you're going to get them from point A to point B and get them to the result you're promising. You're not selling them the AI, you're selling them the result, the outcome of them using it. There's a very good chance you close them. And look, all of Secret 2 is talking about that, right? Because even us, right? There was a point where we had no testimonials and we closed deals. So look, we can talk about this more, guys, as well. But look, there's 19 minutes left. So if you haven't booked a call yet, make sure you book a call. How many spots is Sunday? How's Sunday looking in terms of booking?
Yeah, Sunday's almost fully booked as well. I think we have 2 more slots.
Okay, wow. So guys, it's filling up here. It's filling up. So make sure you claim a spot here. Oh, wow. Okay. So one of our calendars we have 2 calendars for these bookings, right? So 2 full calendars.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday's already completely booked for both. One of the calendars is already fully booked on Sunday. The other one is almost fully booked on Sunday already. So guys, make sure you claim those spots because look, they're going pretty quick. We want to ideally work with all you guys, really, because the systems work for anybody. And so want to help.
Remember, the first 3 people who commit will get 50% discount off partnership. So the first 3 people. So if you want to make sure you get that, book a call for as soon as possible because we can't guarantee once those slots are taken, we can't go back on our promise. What's the difference between partner program and gold? So the main reason for booking a call is covered in that. But basically partner is, like I said, the difference between the lifetime access. It's one-on-one with us. There's a bunch of different things, but it's best to book a call and you can get that answered there.
Yep. There's one question here from a guy, Samau. I may be butchering that name, my bad. Do you have people that speak Portuguese, use it in Portugal? Yeah, we have one of our partners who's actually crushing it, like doing very well. One of our higher performing partners is in Portugal. He sells to Portuguese. We've added custom voices to him for the platform that he thought sound very good because he's Portuguese, right? He lets us know what voices sound the best with the Portuguese accent, sound authentic. He gave us voices. We added them into the platform for him. We built the agents for his clients, and now he's using it, and he's crushing it in Portugal. And so, yes, short answer, the AI does speak Portuguese. Okay, still more questions coming through here.
Sorry about that. I was just doing something.
Good question, Kawaji. So if you charge, let's say, 10K up front and then 1,000 per month for your client, You pay us the done for the 10% of that 10K. So $1,000, you pay 997 is our typical fulfillment fee, and then you keep the monthly retainer all to yourself. We're not taking chops of your monthly retainer. It's not a revenue split constantly. It's just a one-time payment for fulfillment. It's not rev share by any means.
Yeah. Sky, is there any hands-on ways we can get in contact with either you or Nicholas?
Yeah.
So part of the partnership is, I mean, I'm not sure if you're talking about working with us hands-on.
You're talking about right now.
Or just getting in contact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now, messaging us on school, you can message me at any time. Both Jax and I, we're pretty active on there. But in terms of hands-on working with us, that's exactly what it is, the partnership. So we actually work with you hands-on. We take a look at your offer hands-on. Pretty much, we're in contact every day.
Yeah.
So, Rizvan, for Dylan, what were you doing before this business? I can only answer it because he told me he was doing e-com.
Yeah.
So drop shipping.
Nick, the AI does speak Romanian, right? Correct? Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. The AI does speak
Yeah,
Romanian.
Alexandru, it does speak Romanian. Honestly, guys, we have a lot of languages on there. I forget sometimes. Can you explain about the Inside AI platform? Yeah, we didn't show it on this because honestly, like just showing the Inside AI platform, we could have done that for an hour here. Like I have an hour-long video on my YouTube where I go through the entire platform. Nick has a ton of videos on his YouTube where he goes through the platform. There's a whole section in the school, even the free school, where we walk through the entire platform. So we didn't want to kind of cover that on here because we've done it so much in the past. And every feature, we make a new video on it. Like we're constantly releasing content about it. So this, we wanted to focus more on how you guys can close clients, which I think is much more valuable than spending, an hour showing you how to use the platform. Because I want you guys to make money. Just showing you the platform doesn't necessarily help you do that. So I hope that clarifies it.
Okay, Joe Mota. I'm sorry if I butchered that, man. Is this based on Go High Level? Nope. So we're actually built on AWS directly with JavaScript, TypeScript, and Python. Don't quote me on all of that. I'm not a software engineer. I leave that to our developers. So, Antonio, how different is this platform from Go High Level? I mean, it's completely different. So we're not a CRM. This is directly focusing on phone calling AI. We do have it set up similarly with Go High Level where you can white label it, sell it as your own, but it is only for conversational AI and phone calling. Related to Go High Level, we have a direct integration with Go High Level. So let's say if you're using it as a CRM or your client is, we can tie it directly with Go High Level and connect a webhook. And we can actually do that with any CRM as long as there's webhooks. So any CRM that has webhooks, we can integrate our platform directly with it.
I see some people asking for the school link. So guys, the link to the school, the free school, is just school.com/insightAI-academy. That's it. And then you can see it inside of there. And so we will actually, we're getting close here on the deadline being 3 o'clock. So we actually have about 5 minutes here. So I'm actually, oops, I just reset the whole clock. Pretend you guys didn't see that. Okay?
You just go to 5 minutes.
That reset, okay? That didn't happen. There we go. Yeah, guys, we do have to play it from here now because that's the deadline for us. And so, guys, I'm curious. I guess the chat's closed. I was going to ask if you guys got a lot of value, but
yeah. Sion Lee, I'm trying to get through all the questions. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure everybody got answered because we had some people pop it in early. So Sion Lee, when we hire you to do fulfillment, do you do the onboarding or do we? So completely done for you. The fulfillment process is, so it's 4 to 7 days and it's completely white labeled. So what that means is it'll come, our solutions engineer's name is Roger. He'll come in as Roger Solutions Engineer, not as Roger Inside AI Solutions Engineer. Then there's 2 calls. So there's an initiation call where he's getting access to CRM, all that info, everything that's required because there's all that A2P, phone number verification stuff, which is really a pain. And then there's the onboarding form they fill out, then the initiation call, making sure everything is good to go on that form. Then it's the build process in between. And then there's a second call, the launch call. Now you can decide if you want to be present on those calls or not. We have some clients who do, some clients who don't. And that's the fulfillment process. How many calls does the AI take? Let's say I have a list of 10K numbers. How do we work on it? So yeah, there's a couple different ways that you can run it. You can either upload the leads as CSV or every time a lead opts in on a Facebook forum, it just gets triggered the call right away. We have pretty much, I would say, no limits right now. Those 10K numbers could be called in a few minutes, all of them. And then we could enter a follow-up sequence where it calls them every day if they don't book, or every couple hours or whatever.
Nick, sorry to interrupt you. Can you do one thing? Can you grab the snapshot link for everybody, since we're coming up on the last like 2.5 minutes here, just so that we can get it to everybody? And we also got to pick 3 people randomly. We have a list of everybody, and we're going to do a random draw for people. 3 of you guys are going to get access to the platform for free for 3 months, completely free. We're going to randomly pick 3 people. We've got 107 of you left in here, which is awesome. And so 3 of you guys will randomly get picked. It's doing a draw right now. It'll be 1 at a time. And if we pick you, can you shoot me a message on School? Shoot me a message on School.
So what we'll do instead is we'll just shoot a message in the WhatsApp group. So we'll shoot a message, we'll announce who won, and then we'll reach out to you personally to your phone number and make it easier that way. So we'll keep track. As soon as that 2-minute mark is done, we'll keep track. This meeting's recorded, so we'll be able to see everybody who attended, and then we'll reach out to you on. We'll announce the winners in the community. Reach out to you personally. Make sure you verify that it's our phone number. So check the community. Make sure it's our phone number. We don't want you to get scammed by somebody impersonating to be us. I've heard of that before on a webinar, so make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Can you grab the snapshot link for them before we end here?
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Is it the Toronto?
No, the snapshot link's already created. It's Insight AI Partners SS, official Insight Partner SS, inside of the agency account.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so first person who just won the platform is, apologies if I'm mispronouncing it, Cianan Lee. Cianan Lee. So congratulations, first person here. And so we'll post a message in the WhatsApp group. And Cianan, also if you message me on School, all right? So I see you there. Shoot me a message on School right away if you can. And guys, there's a minute left. So if you didn't book a call yet, make sure you do, because the slots are filling up. So there's 50 seconds left. 2 more draws here for people.
Sorry, Jax, what was the name of the snapshot again?
Insight Official SS. Whatever's the most recently created one. So just check that. Number 2 is Rebecca Simon. Rebecca, congratulations. 3 months free of the platform. So again, we're running out of time here. So shoot me a message on School. We'll make a post in the chat here. I'm also making note of who won. All right, guys, we're going to have to wrap up here very shortly. Last person, Oliver. All right, those are the 3 winners. Nick, do you have the snapshot?
I cannot. Oh, I found it. Nope, it's not it. I can't.
I'll grab the
to be
snapshot for you
honest.
guys right now here. And those are the 3 winners. Those 3 people, Cianan, Rebecca, and Oliver. Can you guys shoot me a message on School so I see you guys, and I'll get you guys the link to create your account inside the platform. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now, and I will grab you.
We will also message out to you personally on WhatsApp as well, and we'll post the
snapshot link
yeah,
and
we'll
everything.
post the
We'll post that
snapshot.
in the
WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group. I'm just going to grab it for you guys right now as well, real quick.
Yeah, we'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, we do have to hop off right now, though. This is a strict deadline here. So give me 1 second here, guys. All right. It's taking 1 second to load here. Give me a second. Nonetheless, guys, we'll post this in the WhatsApp group. So if you haven't joined that, make sure you're in the WhatsApp group. I'm assuming all of you guys are that joined here today. All right. Okay. Here is the snapshot. Let me grab the link for you guys here real quick. And guys, I appreciate all of you sticking around until the end, all 100 of you who stuck around. I hope you guys got a ton of value out of this. We plan to do another one of these in the near future here because this was awesome. I had a lot of fun as well. So guys, there's the snapshot link. Take that, import it to your Go High Level account. We'll stay on here for another like 30 seconds just to make sure you guys get that. Take it, copy it, and then we're going to wrap this up real quick. And then some of you guys may have booked your meetings for like right after this or like in an hour or so. So we'll see you guys there. And yeah, I had a great time with this, guys. It was great having all of you on here. I hope we gave you guys a ton of value. And yeah.
All of the Saturday and Sunday on both calendars have fully booked. So if you want to get and be the first 3 people to commit and get your 50% refund, make sure you book that call. You know, you never know, you still might make it.
Yep.
So,
all right, guys. Well, we got to wrap it up here. This was awesome. I had a great time with all of you. We got a ton of value. Make a post about it in the free school if you guys had a good time, what you guys learned, biggest things you guys took away from this, and we'll see you guys soon. All right. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys, and we'll see you soon.
take care, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.